Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Dirge for Exalar here on Dork Tales. Not only another episode, the last episode. Hopefully. God, I hope so. I noticed that while we were getting stuff ready, the Hurt the Moors were rolling in. So let's take a look at how many I have. I think I have 6 now?
You have more. I think you have 8.
7.
And then
7.
Okay.
No, 8. Yeah.
8.
I think I capped it at 8. Let's see. So, Aoden gets determination.
And ZL both have.
And ZL has determination. Okay,
Yeah.
how many drama bombs?
1. Also, Riggs, since Aoden got his determination bought previously by Professor Multiverse, how about you give that to Sherry? Because she also needs determination.
I guarantee she needs it tonight.
Oh,
She's
no.
little, she gonna die.
I mean, there's worse things.
Gonna die. Yeah, true, but
Trust me.
I mean, it's not something I haven't done already.
All right, so folks, so we're gonna go to Sherry then. Okay, so folks, we're gonna be starting Dirge for Exalar, and this is my coffee for the night. So let's go. Whoa! Oh, it's so nice. All right, everybody, let's caffeinate up.
Kelly, you're breaking up for me
unnamed green
quite
soda.
a lot.
I got water.
Am I breaking up for anybody else?
No.
Nope.
No.
Weird.
Well, I'm sorry, Kat. I didn't want it to
I
go
don't know.
this way, but I guess we're breaking up.
I guess so.
Okay. Well, hopefully that won't cause a major problem. But assume that if you can't hear what I'm saying, you're dead. Go party with the orphan. All right, so, folks, welcome to Dirge for Exalar here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly, and I'm excited to be here for the final episode of this horror series. At least hopefully final. I think I can do it in one. I'm pretty sure. I'm confident, which is usually my hubris and my downfall. But hey, we're going to try anyway, especially because we're starting a few minutes late tonight. So folks, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what we do here, this is a horror anthology. It's a horror series set in our homebrew world of Ylos, which is normally a little bit lighter and happier. But this is a domain of dread more than anything, I suppose, in the unofficial sense. Set in the land of Exalar, which is a country roughly equivalent to like Renaissance era France. Enlightenment era France, that is embedded in a miasma of killing cloud and a barrier from the outside world, placed there by Zonos, the god of plagues. Well, the determined reason is that there's a magic cure in here that cannot get out, that can cure any type of disease. The characters are finding that this place is more than what they bargained for, as they all traveled here seeking cures for maladies that each of them were suffering. And since then, you have had a lot of trouble. Finally, after 7 games of struggle, you have made it to the city of Espoir, where the Contessa, the inventor of this miraculous cure that you have been taking the entire time to stave off your conditions, dwells. And at the end of last game, you met her in all of her blonde bombshell glory. I think that about covers everything. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and drop them for me. But first, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Let's go ahead and do a big circle, starting with James. I'm gonna drink my coffee.
Sorry, I was just muted. Hello, I am James. I use he, him pronouns, and tonight I am going to be playing Aoden, the Wildfire Druid Furbolg. And
Nice.
I think that about covers me.
Nice. Everybody doing okay? Good. All right. Sherry, you're up, Kel.
Hey, it's me, Cal, from up the road. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Sherry Fernbridge, the Wizard of Chronergy, with a giant big eye in her forehead. I was debating whether or not to actually draw one on. It's just like, I'm probably not going to do a very good job, so we're just going to pretend it's there.
Well, if you come to Dorkex and learn our makeup tips, you'll be able to do it for next time that she comes back.
Maybe!
All right, down to Kat.
Hey everyone, my name's Kat, and I use she, her pronouns, as does my character tonight, Muse. She is our Owusi Tabaxi, and she is a Hexblade Warlock.
Nice. All right, over to Robin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. And tonight I am playing Therinsomni, our Dreamborn Cleric of Zonas, who is a drow elf, using he, him pronouns tonight. And he may, well, no. I don't know if he's attracted to the thing, but Robin's kind of like step on me, mommy kind of thing, you know. She's
to the Contessa, the thing.
Yeah.
And finally, Traz.
Hi, my name's Traz. I use he, him pronouns, and I'll be playing ZL Ivano, the Psy Warrior.
All right, fantastic. And yeah, so for those of you watching live, sorry that Twitch has, or not Twitch, that OBS has crashed 3 times. I don't know what's up with this new update, but it's not playing nicely with my computer. I literally just right-clicked and closed a folder on Windows, and it went... okay, don't touch anything. Roger. We're going to do that in the future.
Also, I agree with Random, who thinks the real monster in Exalar isn't the Contessa, it's OBS.
It's always been OBS. I just don't want to
I think
do it.
OPS is trying to save us. I'm just saying.
Oh. That's a clever point.
No, I want my players to stay alive.
Yeah, OBS also crashed 3 times yesterday in a row for a video stream I was trying to do. So, I don't know. It might just be getting frustrated with me. So,
Fair
figured out.
enough.
All right, so before we begin, are there any announcements or fun things that people need to talk about? Anybody?
No, I think we're good.
All right, so
At
I want
least
to say...
I'm good.
Okay, so a couple of things if you were just tuning in right now. I gave the backstory. The offer is in play, represented by this coin that allows you to bend the rules slightly. When it is face up, the players can do it. It immediately flips. When it's face down, I can do things. I get to justify what I do, but you have to ask me what you can do. So there's a little power imbalance, but that's fun. Besides that, you all have your maladies. You all have your abilities that you've gained from taking this this medicine. And on top of that, I also wanted to say that, folks, we had a big challenge for our patrons over on patreon.com/dorktales to hit 50 patrons by the time I do an announcement, and I'm happy to say that we are now at 52. So I gave an announcement last night while in the Witchlight. I will give the same announcement during tonight's chat break. So be sure to stick around for that, and you can hear what is coming to Dork Tales soon, as well as a little more about events like Dork Tales Expo. All right, so if you want to be in on this, you definitely should go and join the Patreon, though, because a couple bucks a month, you get some cool stuff. I made just the right amount of coffee, I think.
Nice.
All right. And without further ado, let's begin the final Dirge for Exalar. After what seemed like forever, you made it to Espoir. You acquired your masks, as is the custom of the locals, and you made it there to the tall, dark spire, the castle that jutted up as the crown gem of the city. Although what crown would have such wickedly shaped tines is beyond you. Inside, you cleaned yourselves off briefly and were brought up into the tallest portions of the castle. And there, inside of a massive entryway, the floor checkered. Obviously, this room had been used for numerous balls, soirees, and other high fashion and high society events. You saw that there was a large stairwell sweeping along the rightmost wall, up in a counterclockwise fashion around the room, up even higher into the building, higher than you imagined this place could go. And as you waited there patiently with one of the butlers, you heard the sound of hard-soled shoes walking. A woman revealed herself to you as she rounded the corner of the stairwell. Tall, svelte, with long, cascading white hair, pale skin the color of fresh cream, and fresh painted ruby lips and nails. She wore a dress of white and red, where the red flared and dripped down as if made of petals falling to the ground. On her hand were those, and I actually don't know what these are called, but they're the kind of gloves that like wrap around just two of your fingers and go up. I think Elsa wore them.
Sometimes they're called cotillion gloves.
Okay, then we'll say that she's wearing a pair of those that glitter like diamonds in the dim candlelight. She looks down at you, casting her large, dark eyes your way. And then smiles. I've been waiting for you. Please, join me.
Thank you.
I hope you're
right.
prepared for a bit of a walk.
After the trip we've had, couldn't be anywhere near as bad.
The butler behind you bows her head and says, right this way, please, up the stairs. You begin to climb the stairway, which wraps around up into the spire. It takes about 5 minutes of climbing, going up a good another 150 feet of stairs. And then the doors at the edge of the top landing, these huge set of double doors with brilliantly engraved woodwork, are what you see. The Contessa stands in front of them, and you can see that the woodwork behind her is just, to say that it's immaculate is beyond the word. It is full, well, the door is the color of ivory. Bright wood that has not seen a single stain upon it, has been lacquered and protected, but without any type of actual wood stain. It looks petrified. And upon it, you can see that there are a number, a huge amount of reliefs carved into it. Men and women of all different races, intertwined in each other. Waves of fabric obscuring any of the lower genitalia, but their bodies wrapped around each other like a Renaissance painting. As you approach and reach the top landing, she turns and smiles. And then turns back to the doors, which open, if on command for her. For a moment, there is a strange sense of magic in the air, as the opposite side of the door is revealed to be rife with dark candlelight. This immense room with a long table in front of it that could easily fit 30 people. All across it, you see a small banquet is set out. The candle lights and the lights in the chandelier overhead twinkle, casting long shadows on everything, and you can hear the sound of a fire just on the other side. Just out of your reach, out of your vision. And for a moment, it looks like she opened it with the power of her will alone, and then you will see the shadow of a pair of individuals standing on either side of the doors from behind. One of which you will recognize as the High Inquisitor. The other you will recognize as one of the other butler staff that you saw earlier. Vaguely, although you've never received a name. I hope you're all hungry, she says.
Very.
I've taken the liberty of acquiring only the best for you.
Thank you.
All seems a little excessive, isn't it? Says Airden will say, kind of eyeing up the kind of the height and formation of the structure.
Are you speaking of the room?
Of course. This-
Well,
why build something so very tall?
perhaps the original owner liked to look down on people. I'm afraid that I couldn't tell you. This tower originally belonged to a noble named Goliath Lian. He's been dead for quite some time. I inherited it. Well, I was gifted it by the King of Exalar for my services rendered.
Ah, fair. All right.
But I do say that it is quite ostentatious.
I was just thinking that word. Aiden will probably just take it upon himself to, like, kind of wander in and kind of, like, just kind of look around the place.
Now, the inside of this room is magnificent. The floor is this like inlaid marble tiles with the walls are lined with gold filigree that have been worked into the various curves and columns that hold it up. You can see as well that there's one final room up here on the other side of this immense dining hall, which probably measures about 60 feet by about 100 feet. There is a huge archway that is almost 20 feet tall, made of pure, you think marble, but it could be some other type of cold, unyielding white stone veined with bits of red and black. But it's this sharp archway that kind of comes to an almost spear point at the top, and a deep purple curtain made of soft, thick velvet that hangs, separating it from you. Anyone with a perception of 18 or higher is going to be...
Yep.
So, Aiden, as you're there, you're going to be able to...
pardon me.
You do have 18,
I think I'm
right?
actually at... no, I'm 18. Just 18. Yeah,
I was going to
sorry,
say, you
I got-
just hit 18. So
That's
with 18, you are going to be able to hear on the other side the sounds of a little bit of bubbling and the sound of liquid moving through... Oh, it almost sounds like a distillery.
And, what's brewing behind there? Is that your famed cure?
My experiments. It is... Yeah. What the next evolution shall be.
What
She-
is the next evolution?
An even greater cure. It will be perfect. My hopes, at least. She'll smile and move to the side of the room, to the head of the table. The Inquisitor will shuffle over quickly, pulling the chair back. She will give a quick nod to Calvo and slide down into the seat. Now, the table is large enough for 30, but you have had your places set near her, near the head. 5 places. 3 on her right, 2 on her left. Calvo steps back and takes a casual but alert position near her, just in case. And she gestures for you to sit. How are you sitting?
I would imagine Aoden would head to the side where there's 2. So he
You sitting closer to her or further away from her?
I think he'll probably sit closer to her if no one else moves.
Sounds good. All right.
Muse will probably take the close one on the opposite side.
Okay. Theron, pardon me.
Theron will probably try and sit, probably is trying to be most central to everyone, so I guess probably beside Muse. So then Theron is between kind of 2 people.
ZL?
I'll fill out the end where Theron and Muse is.
Okay, sounds good. That means that Sherry will be sitting on the right.
Sherry would probably want to sit near Aoden or ZL because she's small.
You'll have to be sitting near Aoden at this point, unless you scoot a chair on the other side, make it uneven.
She would totally do that.
Are you actually going to move all of the
Yes.
stuff over to sit next to
Yes.
this? So, just to confirm, you're going to scoot everything away to sit at the long side of the table, away from
Yep.
this.
Yep.
Okay, so you all sit down and then hear the sound of like Sherry leaning over the table and like
You
pushing
just see a hat
one of the
going
play
along
sets.
under the table.
So like pushing one of the plate sets very roughly to the other side of the table. So now it's just Aoden on the left. And then dragging one of the chairs over.
Yeah, you just see a little hat going by.
Suddenly I feel a little unloved. I think we'll have to apologize for the actions of our...
Yes, I am
Companion.
sorry.
That was really confusing.
Yes.
She's a quirky sort, but... Well, aren't we all?
Halflings, right?
It's like she's afraid I will bite. What a, if I may say, a beautiful eye that you have.
I'm still getting used to it. It's very disorienting.
There's no reason for us to not enjoy ourselves. She nods at the butler, who steps by and claps her hands, and you'll see a couple of other servants come from a little side dressing area in this room, like a couple of dividers in the back of the room. They'll step out, moving away from what looks like dumbwaiters, and we'll pull the lids off of several of the dishes, one from each in front of you, and you'll see that each of you has presented with this luxurious purplish black soup in front of you. And as well, they are going to begin handing out, let's see, a small... Oh god, I forgot about the food that I wrote up for this. This is ridiculous. Okay, so it is this brightly scented, if not brightly colored stew that is in front of you. You can see little bits of very, very thinly cut seafood, and little bits of very, very minor vegetable, and potentially, actually, it looks like quite a bit... Actually, it's not seafood. It's, appears to be tripe? Something. It's still very stringy. It makes you think of squid. And as you are looking at that, the waitstaff is going to move around the table and offer you a choice of wines. The ones that they list off for you. First, they'll pour each of you, for the soup, a glass of Ingelay, which is a light red wine, no oak, and a kind of a fruit finish to go with the wine. It's light, but it has it's a little heady at the same time. Like, it's got strong back notes, would I say, Robin? Like, it's very fruity, very smooth, but it's got a bit of a kick. Kind of like a lot of Argentinian wine has like a backburn, doesn't it? Or Chilean?
If it's high alcohol, yeah, I'll have that bit of
Okay.
a
So
burn.
it's actually a very light flavor until you finish swallowing, and then it's kind of a kick. But on top of that, they will ask whether or not you prefer a white or a red, or would just like to defer to their knowledge.
I will have a white. That way, if I accidentally spill it, it won't ruin my nice white vestments.
You must try the malady. It is absolutely divine.
Yes, sure.
Is there anything stopping me from having a glass of both?
Only the bounds of your appetite. I have brought out bottles of Leonche, Hedru Blanco, Ingelé, Dequillon, and Maladuce. And for those of you who are less fans of grapes, we also have beer from Curtain's Fall. An old dwarf settlement that used to exist inside of Exalar. It's one of the last kegs in existence. Quite strong.
I think I'm definitely going to try that one.
It's very dark.
I think I'll just stick with the Ingelé. Thank you.
I can speak highly of dwarven spirits.
They will pour that for you, and that is a very strong beer that they pour. I would say we're looking at like it runs like molasses into the cup. Like this makes Guinness look like water. Like this is dwarven quality.
It's a
ale.
meal.
It's probably like 14%.
Yeah. How are your
Which
teeth?
I've had beer that's 14%, which is like a bottle of wine. It's like, oh,
It's
yes,
like
more
did you
beer.
have to chew it? Because this one's pretty yeasty. It's a yeasty boy.
Knife and fork.
I hope you'll enjoy. This is a specialty of Exalar. A squid ink menudo. Quite
A
lovely.
menudo?
Menudo.
Menudo.
Oh, menudo.
Anybody wants to just try to figure out what the hell this is can make me a history roll.
Yeah.
I know what menudo is, and no thank you. It's fine.
Does Sherry know what
I
menudo
have
is?
no idea.
No, but Cal knows what menudo is, and Sherry is going to be suspect about it.
12.
12?
13.
13?
4.
A 3.
3. So Theron and Ziel, you're not sure what it is. It's a very heavily spiced soup. And you can see that it looks like it's been colored with squid ink. It looks like, I mean, there's a lot actually of like finely ground and diced meat in it, as well as like onions, a little bit of, it's definitely kind of has like a paprika smell to it and chili powder. It looks like it would be fairly spicy.
Aaron's gonna dig in.
Okay. It is very rich and very, very irony. So what menudo is it is traditionally it is an organ meat stew. So it's very irony, very, I believe it's originally Mexican.
Yes.
But it kind of looks kind of like a chili almost. This one is definitely a bit more drawn out. This one is made, instead of carrots, it's made with parsnips and turnips, because they don't have as many carrots in Exalar. Pardon me, it's from the Philippines.
It's from both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also,
it's-
just an update when we went to level 6. I am immune to all non-magical diseases. I don't know if that's necessarily poisons as well, but you know,
Oh yeah,
just
it
say we're
totally is both.
Okay, cool.
Totally
So
is.
you know, we're at a dinner, and Theron's not suspecting, but Robin's hella sus. And would like to remind
Pardon
her
me.
to-
I accidentally I misexplained. I was reading I was double checking the Filipino version. In Mexican cuisine, menudo is known as pancita, or mole de panza, which is literally translated as stomach sauce. A traditional Mexican soup made with cow's stomach in broth with red chili pepper base. Hominy,
Hence the
lime,
tripe.
onions, and oregano are used to season. And it looks amazing, to be honest.
Yes. Happily, one can substitute the cow stomach, aka tripe, for another protein.
You just don't have as much fun at a faux place as I do, I think.
I mean, I enjoy my pho. I'm just, I'm a pho kind of girl.
It's a bridge too far for you, huh?
A little bit.
Oh, that looks yummy. That
Yeah, it
looks
actually does.
yummy.
It's just much
Yeah.
darker than that, so it's got like
Yeah.
a very kind of like a briny taste added on top of it that works really well. And for anybody who is bothering to drink the ingele,
Ingelé.
ingele, is it ingele?
Ingelé,
Ingele.
I believe you said.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
it
made it
sounds
up,
like
and that's
Beaujolais.
it's like
Yeah,
Beaujolais, but it's an
Beaujolais,
ingele. Anyone who's bothering to drink that, the strong flavor of the wine and the alcohol content are going to go really well with those strong flavors. Like it's going to be like you swallow, you get like the full taste of the meal, like the chilies, the spice, and then it's going to like burn a little deeper and kind of carry that warmth down your esophagus and into your stomach. Anybody who would normally suffer heartburn will probably be hoping for some type of mid course that will correct that. I wanted to thank you for coming all of this way and for bringing your dear boy to me. I would have
How's Flynn
invited.
doing?
He is stable. We will see him shortly. I hope you do not think me rude for not inviting him to dinner. It seemed cruel, given his current situation.
What is his he's ahead, but can he not eat? I guess he can't really eat.
I thought it best not to check.
That's fair.
Couldn't be like that.
I don't think we've actually fed him anything, have we?
No,
Ooh.
he's been fairly self-sustaining.
It seems that the magic that was used to preserve his life is... I'm really trying to nail down this accent. I had it perfect at the end of the last game, and I'm trying to remember what I picked, and it was like... Alright, cool, got it. The magic that was used to save his life. I would hate to destabilize it, but it appears to be quite powerful. He was very fortunate that the good doctor was there. The pity about the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Pity about the whole hospital, I'm guessing. Have you heard word from it?
Yes. There is no sign. The
Like,
entire
it's-
hospital is gone.
Like, just doesn't exist?
As if swallowed. I was hoping that we could speak about the creature. The thing that you encountered.
Which one?
Yeah, you might.
We,
need to be
we've
slightly more
encountered a
specific.
few oddly specific things.
What do we start at the beginning? What did you see at High Garden?
That's
Was
where
that plant with the eyes?
Saw the
I'm
staff.
convinced it was a moon.
Yeah, then we saw the staff. Liquefy is not the right word, but kind of.
Mutate.
Mutate's a good one.
Tentacle thing that came through the ceiling.
Oh yeah, the tentacle thing. That was great. Oh, and then there's the moon. The moon that wasn't the moon?
I see.
Yeah, the moon that winked at us.
How charming.
Yeah.
The moon is the same creature that you encountered inside of Servant's Hollow.
came down. It was giant. It's a moon, and then it was like a person.
The creature that you see there, or that you encountered, does not originate from this plane. I have done my research from afar, and to my understanding, it is a being native to the astral realm, akin to an astral dreadnought, similar, but not the same. I believe it is
What
common.
exactly is an astral dreadnought?
I would like an Arcana roll from anybody who wants to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's an interesting term that I've never heard
Oh, I
before.
got me some of that.
I think I got myself a 4.
Ooh,
So very apt that I
18.
asked that question.
I got myself a
Oh,
dude,
I, as a
14.
player, know what
Wait,
an astral
15.
dreadnought is, but
right.
22.
I got a 19.
19?
18.
All right. Kel, would you like to use your desperation?
yes. Why not?
Okay, roll me
Sherry's
your...
desperate to know.
Roll me your d6.
Okay.
are we at D4?
Oh yeah, you're a d4 at this level, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
not
I'm little.
dividing anything.
Because I'm little. That is a 4.
A 4. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you will remember this from your research as well. Let me just mark that off of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so taking a glance,
see.
I popped a link in the chat, in the Twitch chat, if anybody wants to look. An astral dreadnought is an incredible, a gargantuan-sized outsider that roams the astral plane, a cyclopean entity with giant lobster pincers and a tail, like almost like a slug, or like honestly, more like a tank than anything. It appears to stretch on infinitely. You all succeeded very well with a 19 plus, so what you are going to know is that they are devastating. They had the ability to completely consume and destroy people who were astral projecting by severing their silver cords, and appear to have a bottomless stomach. A bottomless stomach being that their stomach is actually its own demiplane. These are awful creatures that hunt down small gods, demons, and other things of questionably immortal nature. Oh, and everything else is basically like krill to a whale.
So it's like falling into a sarlacc.
Yeah, except the sarlacc has been proved to be a real bitch over the years, hasn't it? That thing's easy to
True.
escape. This thing is like
That's
falling
true.
into like it is
The
more than
worm on
challenge rating 20.
Narrakis. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so this is like an even. This is like a dune sandworm with psychic blasts.
Oh, like the worms from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's like a bigger, scarier, more malicious
Yeah.
version of one of those. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will also know that some of their secretions can be used as spell components. That's just in their wiki. You also know that they cannot enter the material plane. Like, they just can't. Because they are astral entities. And that's, probably the best news that you've ever heard. Like I said, not the same. However, whatever it is, I believe that it was drawn to Exalar by distress. Not its own, but the distress of the people here. The dreams and pain that come with being in a land like ours. There's never enough medicine to go around. Many of the people, the poor, live in agony. And those in the outlying communities live in fear. I believe it was drawn to Exalar by their nightmares and the psychic resonance. We're lucky, though. It cannot survive in its true form. She takes a sip of wine. Unfortunately, it appears to be able to borrow the forms of others, build its own forms out of. And as Muse takes a bite of her dinner, she will say, "Meat." The camera will linger on that little bit of tripe on Muse's lips as the word comes out. As you saw, she designed a cult that creature inside of the village. I believe this creature is quite ignorant. A child. Probably is not used to having a brain. But that does not mean it cannot be destructive.
Well, it was trying to create a body for Flynn as well.
Flynn have some sort of connection to this thing?
I don't believe so. Flynn is very useful to my research. I have spent hundreds of years working and trying to design, trying to draw the ingredients necessary to perfect the solution. Flynn appears to possess a rare trait that very few have in Exalar. It was weeded out of the people here when the plague occurred. He has... his blood rejects parasites. He's not palatable. Or something in the chemicals inside of his makeup. He secretes something. Be it a pheromone, be it an enzyme. To use technical terms, parasites usually rely on neurotransmitters, chemicals that affect the brain. He does not appear affected by them, or to a much lesser degree. We found that out at Highgarden when they were leeching him. It simply did not work. The rest of you were well leeched, except for you, Theron. For obvious reasons.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But there is other good news. Calvo,
What?
would you like to share with them? Calvo will turn, his Bauta mask kind of pivoting. Very good news. The army has returned to Espoir. There was a mistake. They were delayed inside of the forest and returned.
Oh, good.
What happened?
More roving bandits, cutting down trees, preventing the army from moving quickly. They were delayed. But that is all. I received words just moments ago. Yes, Theron.
We were told by... Is this a different army than the one that was traveling with us that were basically it's that we basically were told that they were probably not going to make it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine that Dargo would be quite pleased when you tell him, Theron.
What?
He was quite upset before.
Oh, yes.
You two seemed close.
We're pals.
There's nothing wrong with fraternizing. The bowls of soup will be removed and replaced with a second dish. This is a lovely bright salad with steamed cougarette, snowberries, and little morsels of various types of like sausages and meats on top, like in small little chunks. Some of them are pickled, some of them are looks like freshly cut off. A couple of them are actually quite rare. You must try. In all of that is a delicacy here. It is an acquired taste. She smiles and picks up a very long tined fork, plunges it down, and just daintily eats.
Now, I have to ask this. If you guys are so scarce on resources and medicines, why not try to leave the miasma, put more effort into finding ways to leave in safe fashions?
Because your god would simply follow. It is strange having dinner with the enemy like this. I would like us to be friends there, but your patron fears what we are doing here. He fears the end of his domain. With what we have here, we can cure all malady, all illness, prolong life.
There are some uses, though, to plagues. They cull crowded populations. They wean out the weak of heart and body. One would say you are going and perverting nature by allowing that.
Perhaps. But when the gods do it, it is called a miracle. When an alchemist does it, it is called perversion. If you do not wish to be cured, I will not force it upon you.
I wish to be cured. I just... You're talking about curing all ailments.
Yes. And what would the gods say when they stop receiving bedside prayers? I imagine they would be quite upset. I have no need for suffering. I've seen so much suffering in my long life. She smiles, and the length of her ears just draws your attention. How old is she? She looks like she's maybe 25. But the high elven demeanor speaks of gods, centuries and centuries. And with alchemical extension, she could easily be 1,000 years old. But I would ask each of you, what do you wish? Do you want to be cured? And if so, What is your life worth? I believe life is precious. But do you want to live forever?
Wait, so the cure grants immortality?
If taken in correct doses, yes.
Now, what's the catch with immortality?
Immortality is its own catch.
Be a blessing and a curse depending on the individual.
Be a curse, in my opinion, would be.
But that doesn't
Now
matter.
you have to choose
It's
who dies at what age when our resources and lands get too full and can't
But
sustain our peoples.
but
do you
inevitably
have
you
to-
would die.
I imagine you could still be killed. I imagine you could choose to die. I imagine that you could simply stop taking your medicine. The nobles of Exalar have had greatly extended lifespans.
But do you have to take so much that you become immortal? Is there just a way to cure you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that is an option as well.
Oh, okay, good.
How long have you been immortal? I'm assuming you are.
Don't know that she is.
Quite a while. When I came to Exalar, this place was awful. The plague was rampant. And it was not called Exalar then, it was still part of Alazar. The province of Exalar was quarantined, walled off. The Duke, now the King, was doing his best to maintain control, order, while his people rotted and died in the streets. I was fortunate. I was trained by an amazing alchemist, Volkan. He originated from Exalar, and when he died, I sought to return and see if I could find any of his original works. Imagine my surprise when I discovered that he had entrusted all of his belongings to a lesser marquis. To be honest, it was easy to cure a plague. Once I was able to acquire his research, it was not a problem. But the gods grew jealous. Your god grew jealous, and sealed away Exalar, so that we could not prevent the plague from being completely cured. And then he cast down stronger and stronger maladies into the land, like polluting a fishbowl. Anybody who wants to, you can make me a history roll to know who Volkan is. This is going to be an incredibly high DC.
Natural 20.
I was gonna say natural 20,
7.
but it's a 21 total.
21 total as well for me.
Yeah.
2.
You're pretty sure he invented a special type of tire that is used in kart racing. You know, vulcanized.
Yeah.
Sherry, what'd you get?
19.
19? Okay. Sherry, you've heard the name Vulcan. You know that he is some type of artificer or alchemist. Died at least probably 400 years ago, like well before your time. Wrote a lot of treatises on things. Was very, very outspoken against why liches suck. Definitely, like, Like that's not exactly what the book he wrote was, but he was a fervent anti-Cresius guy. Like wrote many treatises on Cresius the Undying and why he needed to be like just destroyed.
I mean, I don't disagree.
Yeah, Cresius is a dick. At least he follows the rules.
This is
Nat
true.
20 on that. Okay, so Theron and those Theron and Muse.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
What's your grand total with because Nat 20 is not a you can't
I
crit
think
on
we
Both
both
skills.
said
21.
21.
21? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
About to say if it drops you under 20, then we got something. Okay. So Vocon was your knowledge of him is still a little spotty even with that, but what you'll know is that he was an alchemist that worked specifically with the Elven nations. He was a trans-Elvenist who believed in the power of transmutation of flesh and the altering of basically like almost like a eugenicist. Believed that you could make amazing changes to the physical body by borrowing traits from other species. So I would say like transhumanism, but it's not really at that point. He's basically was a mad scientist who made many abominations, made some good stuff too, but quite a few of the monsters that are running around in Ylos these days are the descendants of monsters he created. Some
And
of them,
he's against liches.
he hates liches. Liches are unnatural.
Okay.
Liches are undead. Now, to be fair, Vulcan didn't only create evil things. Like, he created all sorts of creatures. A lot of them are just, like, animals.
Cat dog.
Cat dog, right? Later, his work will be used to create other things in the South.
Ugh.
But,
Oh wait, not that south. Sorry.
yeah, in the South, down in Emery's.
Oh.
His work on transmutation and bioorganic supplementation is quite renowned by those who consider themselves to be scientists in Exalar and in the rest of Ylos.
Ivy, your great granddaddy.
So yes, Vulcan's a big deal. This is basically like saying that you learned physics from Einstein,
Okay.
right? Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
or you learned, I don't know, painting from, not Picasso, Rembrandt.
Bob
Pick Monet.
Painting from we'll say
Monet.
Van Gogh. You
Van
learned
Gogh?
color from Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, different guy. This is a van. He
Oh,
goes.
different guy. Okay. He's in a van. He goes along. Okay, gotcha.
Van Gogh. No Van Gogh. You seen gas prices?
No
Van
Van
No
Gogh.
Go.
Yeah, right. Oh, I have to go fill up that tomorrow.
They're
Oof.
down 10 cents.
Painter
So you-
called Scooter.
Painter called Skeeter.
Scooter.
So
We digress.
so yes, you will know that this is a big deal, but also like it's kind of like also any video game where you're like, oh, this person learned magic eugenics. That's probably fine.
There's probably nothing wrong with that at all.
Probably nothing wrong with that at all.
Knowing none of this, Aiden would shrug and say, "Well, that sounds well enough to me. If it can cleanse my unfortunate situation."
I was able to
Then
see
so be
your
it.
files. I have a record of everyone who goes through the gates at High Garden, at least that did. All of your conditions are treatable. Sherry has a parasitic infestation that requires extensive surgical technique to remove. Aiden, you are bonded with a strange spirit that is devouring you from within.
Yes.
Muse, with a deep doom. Curable, with correct treatment regimen. However, Ziel
past.
The doctors could find nothing wrong with you. They assumed that it was a malady of the spirit, and I have to say that I agree. You have strange abilities, do you not?
Yeah, and I don't remember when I've got them.
Can you please pass me that bottle of wine? Don't get up.
He'll nod and move it telekinetically.
Interesting. You know, a long time ago, Vulcan had developed similar techniques to allow savants the creation of those with the powers of the mind. Normally, this is only something that is seen in Elven society and Githyanki society. It's rare to see you exhibiting such a thing as a human. None of the humans that were involved in those trials are still alive.
The elves, was there any... Maybe no one knew they existed.
Where did you say you're from?
Arkgate.
Of course. Of course. I had rumored that Arkgate had taken significant casualties. Is that true?
Yes, from what I can remember, it was a surprise attack led by a black dragon.
The commander of the Arkgate was not able to rebuke a simple black dragon. What was the commander's name again?
What? Does that trigger a memory for me to try to remember it?
You could, make me an intelligence roll. See if you can remember.
Right.
Could I make an insight roll on her?
Yes, please. Tell me what you get.
I will.
I got a 10.
A
I'm
10?
gonna do the same, actually.
Sure. I'll wait until you roll. So you are. It starts with an L. It's Lu. You kind of remember it from your dream, Luthias. You know the first name is Luthias. Theron and Aoden. What'd you get on your roll?
24.
24.
13.
She's giving him shit. Like she's prodding him.
Do you think we might move on from this conversation if it is not conversationally important? Ziel has gone through a major trauma, and poking fun at him is not in the most kind.
Excuse me. I meant no disrespect. It is, It is only natural for siblings to rib each other. The commander of Arkgate was an elf known as Luthias Istrati. We were both students of Vulcan. I believe that the wounds that you suffered, Ziel, killed you.
Sense, because if I'm not mistaken, I was told necromancy was involved.
Yes, and I believe that you are now, well, that wherever Ziel's soul has gone, be it inside of you, or be it released into the great beyond, that you are animated by the will of my brother, Luthias, the commander of Arkgate.
So, Let me get this just straight what I'm hearing. The body that I am seeing, Theron points at ZL, is your brother, the commander of Arcgate. But the person inside is our friend ZL. That's what I'm... Flip it.
Flippity dippity.
So... Okay.
So the soul of your brother's in him.
Yes. It appears that the body seems to be trying to reject it, though.
So they're sharing, or...
I would have to do some research.
I've had
Matthias is-
memories of both.
Well, you still have the brain of one, and you have the spirit of the other. It makes sense. The brain is very much like a, Have you ever seen a scroll made for those who cannot see? There's a language there with bumps and divots and ripples that can be read with the fingertips. The brain is similar. The grooves of a well-learned brain last a lifetime. It would only make sense that it would be as if tracing the same patterns, you would have the memories. Whether or not Ziel Avolno is still present inside of your body is something completely different. Reminds me of an old parable. But, as your friend Theron has said, there is no time for such pleasantries. Theron, your condition is much more serious. You are simply dying.
Oh?
Your dreamer stirs in their sleep.
Oh.
The closer that they get to waking, the more your body fails you. This, as well, is treatable.
How
If you
would you
allow it.
treat...
I would anchor
How
you.
would you treat my connection to the thing that literally brought me into being?
We would anchor you. Potentially, as Luthias is doing to Ziel's body. It is not hard to find a body that is lacking a spirit. A simple transference of souls and minds should be easy. If not, I have a strange contraption down in the cellar that could be used as well. A strange mechanical man. Could be used as a placeholder for a while.
Huh.
But I suppose the question would be, when the dreamer stirs and awakens, does all trace of you vanish? Or just the material? Is the echo that you leave in the astral realm and the realm of thought still present? I wish that I were still in school. I could write many papers on this.
I don't know. I've been trying to find more of my people, but I have had very little luck. We are very rare, and obviously we don't know what happens when our dreamer wakes up.
I do not know who your dreamer is, but I do know that this is not a time for beings of such power to sleep. War stirs in the west. Civilizations in the south topple. The dragons are rising en masse. Ancient gods are waking, being released from their slumber. This is an exciting time to be alive.
I have been enjoying being alive.
It is better than the alternative. Each of you right now. I can heal you. And I will. For bringing me Flynn. I will heal you without question. However, I cannot guarantee that your maladies may not return in time. With the exception, Sherry, yours is easily removable. Muse and Aoden, I think that I can remove them. However, if you would be willing, I am looking for more persons of purpose to join my Inquisition. We are not discriminating. And if you would accept, I can endow you with great powers. Consider it. Yes, my friend.
Unfortunately, while I would happily take a cure, I'm afraid I have no interest in. I don't wish you on anything poorly. I have things to attend to elsewhere, and I would prefer to be back with my own people, even if I were left as mortal as I was before.
Understood. I would be happy to do my best for you. Do you feel like a third course, or shall we... You seem as you're in a rush.
If I could just step out of the room for a moment, I just need a moment. I will be right back. I just need to...
Of course. Please, take him to the powder room. One of the butlers will step forward and offer you an arm to guide you.
Theron will take it and exit.
The rest of you. How are you enjoying your meal? Would you prefer the third course? I guarantee it is something very special. Braised
I'll
crow
take a
with
third
cocoa
course.
powder. Oh, excellent.
I'd love a third course.
So it is.
Already gone to the trouble.
So each of you is going to be served a braised crow that is coated with cocoa powder and white pepper, and served with kind of a with this very kind of mushroomy brown sauce that really just adds a savory quality of umami to the meat. It has been plucked, of course. Theron, you are let out into a washroom on this floor outside, about halfway down the stairwell.
He's gonna try and pray to Zonos to try and get any sort of sign about what he should do.
All right, you can make me a religion check.
Okay. I think he's going to... I guess because they probably would have... I guess the masks... Well, Theron's mask would cover his mouth, so he probably had it removed for majority of dinner, or like flipped up, so he'll put his mask down and try and just call out to Zonos.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Religion, you say? That's always int base, but with my proficiency, it's a +1. That's going to be an 18.
18?
Yes.
Okay. 18, so you're going to reach out and... what are you asking about? What are you saying?
Is it right to be woken up? Is it right... No, scratch that. Is it right to take this cure and be healed? Or is my time to sleep coming? Should I accept fate of what I am, or should I take this cure? Or am I like a plague that needs to see its course through.
There is no response. No, I'll spend this something good happens for you. Why not? You're standing in front of a pump sink. There's actually running water inside of here that is pumped up through a series of ingeniously designed pipes. A bright silver mirror reflects your face, and as you are standing in front, your mask is actually going to slip off your face from the sweat of this enclosed room. And looking up, you'll see your reflection. You'll see your eyes looking back at you. Your eyes. But they're not your eyes. They're eyes that you've seen in your dreams. Green, bright, sickly, like the color. The color of the miasma swirling in them. And looking into those eyes, you'll hear a voice. Dreams. Dreams bring revelation. Dreams must end. But the plague shall endure. That is the, sorry, you're getting a cryptic answer.
Can I make it? Can I make
you
an
have
insight?
You know, you
Fine.
have to determine this based on your own doctrine.
Determine myself. Fine. Okay.
Free will. Free will.
Farewell.
I mean, you can literally, if you want to, you can make me a religion or insight roll to decide which one is which based on Theron's like int 7.
Yeah, he dumb.
Oh yes, the Book of Zonos, chapter 6 says that I get to live. Yay!
Yeah. No. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. Theron will. After that, he will put his mask back on and join the rest of the party back in the dining.
The rest of the meal is sumptuous. And she asks you politely about yourselves and what you plan to do after this. Her conversation is quite lovely. There we go. Is there anything that you're discussing, or are you pretty much eating in silence?
See, I hadn't even thought about what I'm doing next. It's it felt nice to finally have a little bit of power in my life, and then I ended up here, weak. The first time that I was actually able to have any power over my own life.
Oh. I, for one, am looking forward to going home. I've got family to see. Hope they're well.
I don't have a family. At least not that I know of.
You're welcome to come along to my colony if you wish to start. Chain of the Gods is a good place to get away from things.
Fair. My family was the man who, I don't want to say raised me, but kept me, I think is a better term.
Kept you? What do you mean, kept you?
I was a pet. For 18 years. I was his pet cat.
Were you actually a cat?
No.
That became a...
No.
So you could think and...
Oh, yeah.
So you were a slave?
Yes.
Did you kill the son of the bitch that did this to you?
No, I didn't, but I did escape. I did escape, though. So...
Huh.
Well,
that's why when I got...
Your magical warhammer should go and take revenge on that son of a bitch.
Well, see, when I actually met him, she'll point at her arm, where her His weapon is just merrily sitting there as armbands. When I met him, that was the first time that I actually really felt, you know, like I could do something that wasn't just, you know, work in a brothel because I'm exotic or something like that. Lots of fun.
You and I come from very different worlds.
Well, I mean, why do you think I'm always so positive?
I just assumed you were a positive person.
Well, I just kind of figured, you know, what worse can happen. So may as well enjoy what I have now.
Yeah. I look forward to a nice long sleep.
So to be honest, I don't actually mind the idea of staying.
It is a lovely place once you get used to it. Although I do long to see the world.
I think I should like to stay. It seems there's so much to learn and to understand.
We will have to discuss that. I just noticed that you are all finished with your meals.
Mm.
Allow me to take you with me into my lab, and you can see what is to transpire. And then, afterwards, some dessert wine. I appreciate that you all have brought your equipment with you. You're all dashing adventurers.
Well, I don't actually really need to bring weapons anywhere. Mine's always attached to my arm, so I can wear whatever I want with it. And honestly, the thought of flinging a giant warhammer around while I'm wearing a pretty ball gown is... I like the thought of that.
That is quite cute. Shall we depart?
Yes.
She smiles.
Yes.
Calvo pulls her chair back and she stands up. Her dress is trailing on the ground, like this long train that's probably about 6 feet behind her as she walks. And she will just almost like majestically, like you can never see her feet, like the dress is all the way down, and it's almost like she's floating. Without the sound of her heels clicking the ground, you would be sure she was. And she takes you over to the curtain. This time, she raises a hand, and it does part. It parts of its own volition. The sides of the curtain pulling aside, revealing an immense chamber. On the other side, you see that it's about 100 feet by 100 feet. Seemingly almost impossible to be attached to this room at the top of the spire. And yet, here it is. As you take a step forward, you can see that the walls of the room do not appear to be walls at all, but appear to be starlight and silver swirling patterns where the walls should be. In the center of the room is a tremendous orb. I say tremendous, but is a large orb about the size of, say, a bowling ball, that is glowing from within and projecting little beams of light out spectrally, as if reinforcing the structure here. You can see that there are tanks everywhere, filled with strange creatures. There are large vats of the white, milky substance being processed through different general vials and filters. And as well, you'll see that next to one of them is Flynn, strapped into quite a number of machines. Different suction devices pressed to the side of his head. He's quite asleep, looks sedated. in the center of the room as well, just north of that, next to where Flynn is a pair of large steel tables. This is where it will begin. We just have one final thing that we need to take care of. The sixth guest. Although I imagine she will arrive shortly.
Where what will take place?
The final step. We must stop this invader. I wish I could tell you more, but I do not know much more than I'm saying. Only that as much as I would love to think that my army killed the moon creature, I know that cannot be true. Poor Flynn. She walks up and strokes some of his hair out of his face. And then you're all going to hear a crunching noise. It sounds like bones, like a chicken being crushed in both hands of an immense man. And Sherry, you're going to start screaming. You are going to hear horrible crunching and contorting as Sherry's going to drop to her knees, and you're going to see that the eye in the center of her forehead starts bulging.
Crap, I was just gonna ask if I could use it to look at things.
And as it does,
Guess not.
You all are going to glance back and look at this, and the eye is going to bulge in its sockets, and you're going to hear as pale pinkish red fingers begin to push through the corners of the eyeball and pull the creature out of your skull. It climbs out skeletally through the hole as your skull bursts, and this creature, this cyclopean entity of meat and tissue, is going to wriggle like a worm out of the center of Sherry's face.
Wait, this is not the other one? This is a separate one?
This is your eyeball was never your eyeball.
Aw, dang it.
There is a crunching noise as Sherry's skull snaps in half, and this creature
I'm
climbs
done.
out. And the Contessa is going to turn, look at this creature writhing out, and say, "She's right on time." And I'd like an initiative roll, which we'll determine after we get back from this break.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Am I dead?
What, mate?
Yeah, that's totally dead. The slot egg cracked. However, I will see if we can bring you back.
I have a scroll of Revivify!
We'll be back after this break. Hey folks, welcome back to the part of the program where we talk to the chat. This is going to be like a little 5-minute section because I need to get this game over with. So I just wanted to say to you folks that we have a couple of great announcements. First off is Thursday night. Join us at 6 p.m., not 7, 6 p.m. Pacific for the session 0 of Call of the Netherdeep. Who is the Netherdeep? Why does it keep calling? And what does this have to do with my car's extended warranty? Find out on Thursday night. First game is going to be on Tuesday night next week starting at 7 p.m. Be sure to join us. Brand new campaign. I've been reading through it. It's really good. I have very few complaints about it looking through it. I think that it's like in terms of like how quality is, I think that like Witchlight is still a better written module, but I think Netherdeep has a lot of cool stuff and heart into it, and it really has like a Final Fantasy, definitely Critical Role vibe to it.
Also, I just want to show off. I get to use these bad boys starting Thursday.
It's true. You can also use your Norse Foundry dice because Norse Foundry gave us a bunch of dice,
True.
which are sexy. And thank you very much to our friends at Norse Foundry for helping us out. If you want to help yourself and get some cool dice, go ahead and go to norsefoundry.com and you can use DorkTales10, I believe it is, to save 10% off your order. We don't make any money off that. This isn't like one of those things where we get a kickback. I wish that would be nice. But they just do like really good high quality dice made out of like gemstones and materials and stuff like that. It's Norse Foundry. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
these are like aluminum.
Yeah, those things, the ones we're using are aluminum, but they have ones that are made out of like jade and like other like cool materials.
Yeah, I'm busting these out now for this fight because this Dork Tales one rolls.
I'm not going to roll mine because I would like a chance of you surviving. So
Except me.
except for you because you're dead, but you might come back. Who knows?
Dead.
Okay. Also I wanted to say that I am very appreciative of all of our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales. So we hit 52 patrons out of 50, which means I get to make a special announcement, which is that starting probably in May, we are going to be producing our own Dorktale specific podcast. It is going to be specifically recorded for podcast in my living room with like all the fancy mics I bought. So it's going to be like really, really high quality sound. It's going to be a pretty funny, very lewd game, I have a feeling, that is going to follow the adventures of a trio of misfits throughout Ylos as I don't know what they're doing yet. We're figuring that out. It's going to be nice. I'm really hoping that somebody plays a necrodancer, but we'll see.
My character is a pun.
Oh, you're going with that one?
I think I'm going with that one.
So it's going to be really fun. It is going to be releasing weekly for people on the Patreon. And then it is going to be, basically, it's going to be like a Patreon cooldown. So the Patreon gets it in advance and everybody else will get it eventually. They just have to wait a little bit. Also, I'm very excited because Call of the Netherdeep is going to be going on our podcast as well. So if you're listening well, you won't be listening to this on podcast, but podcast is going to be very full soon, I guess is what I want to say. Cool. Yeah, and I think that's all the big announcements that we have. Call of the Netherdeep.
Charity game?
Oh, yes, that's true. Starting on Sunday, so Sunday and Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, and Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m., we are doing charity streams for WAVA, a Vancouver-based rape crisis center that is ran by some phenomenal people. And so we're raising money for WAVA. We're trying to raise, I think, $1,500 or $2,000, somewhere in there for them, which provides services to people who are going through some of the worst times in their lives with like high-quality, trained professional support, people to be with them, people to help them get through this time, and to help that out, we're running some really fun games. There's Who D and Done It, ran by our good friend Bunny Hearted on Sunday and Wednesday. I'm going to play in that. It's a clue-based murder mystery D&D game. Then on Thursday night at 7, Krista is running Lasers and Feelings, where you'll get to see a bunch of fantastic friends of the channel join in. So like Robin's there, and but then it is our good friend Mister, our good friend Nix, our good friend Bryn, who's also Dorktail's team, if you've seen her on Aberrant back in the day. And also a new friend who's joining us, Dazed Apricot, who is this TikToker friend of ours. So you'll get to see them play all of the feelings. And then Friday, Robin is running Animal Adventures, which is a D&D game where I have figured out what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a Warlock Heckblade.
Yeah.
Because I'm a good boy. Will I be running Hunter 5e when it releases? I am not a huge fan of Hunter the Reckoning compared to Hunter the Vigil. I would have to look at it and see what they changed. I know that I will say this very quickly. The Hunter the Reckoning 5th edition cover art is getting a lot of flack. I don't know what people are saying about it aside from that it's negative. I kind of agree with the initial sentiment. Because Hunter the Reckoning is supposed to be kind of like a down and dirty, you're normal people who are imbued with like awful premonitions of doom and have to go do things about it. But on the cover are a bunch of people holding like M16s. And it's like... It's not really your unwilling holy hand grenades. It's more like you're like a heavily armed, well-trained militia from the art on the cover. And the vibe's just weird. Like, I like the idea of like a 7-Eleven clerk suddenly being like the one true hero. What are you saying, James?
Like how my hunter character was a literal
Bus driver.
C-bus driver.
They are. You're no longer imbued. Oh. Well, why wouldn't I just play Hunter the Vigil then? That's weird. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to see when it comes out. I'm not going to make any early judgments because that's how I end up playing myself for a fool. So we will see. We will see. I'll put it on the list of the other 20 games that I have to run. And speaking of a game that I have to run, let's head back in. All right. But good question. Good question. Also, if you are watching us for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, next episode is a how to run. So I'll be putting up a poll very soon, or a post where you can ask questions on things that you want to see in that how to do episode. All right. Now, without further ado, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was a lot of cracks.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I did not hear that.
That was
Sherry's head.
Probably.
It wasn't that loud.
Robin, I hope you got some crazy glue in that magic bag of yours.
I
Some duct tape.
Try.
I mean, it's an open compound fracture of the skull.
It's
splitting
more
headache.
or less, you are just basically like a used snakeskin at this point.
Yeah, because I was going to say, is the brain gone too?
The brain is definitely smushed, but it's probably still fine. It's as much brain as there ever was.
Oh, fair.
All right. So without further ado, let's head back into the final episode of Dirge for Exalar here on Dork Tales. Welcome back, everyone. As we broke, you found yourself inside of the Contessa's lab, this immense structure that did not appear to be able to fit at the top of the spire. There you watched the myriad shifting of strange quicksilver patterns along the walls, like looking into a sea of quicksilver itself, a sea of starlight, but strange and blurred where the walls should be, almost seemingly projected from the orb in the center of the room. As you were looking around and she was discussing just some various things, a sudden cracking noise appeared, and Sherry, at the center of the room, began to convulse as her eye, the singular cyclopean eye in the center of her face, began to bulge out. Fingertips began to push around the eyeball, and a creature that had been using her body like a husk pushed its way out, leaving her crumpled, broken body on the ground, dead. This creature is strange. Its skin is slick and a purplish red, almost like a toad. But no, there's strange veins into it and a single bulbous eye. For those of you looking at this, it looks like a strange cross between, well, with its hoofed feet. This is that avatar, the one that the prophet was playing to, but now merged with this creature that looks like part toad. I would like everyone to make me an initiative roll.
Alrighty.
Sherry, make me an initiative roll, please, and I'll tell you if it applies to you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, Mike.
17.
17. Okay, so pop that in the chat.
Yep.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm using a lot of monsters from one book, so I'm going to be popping back and forth a bunch. Okay, so going through the initiative, we have Theron, then we have Muse and Ziel Tide. Then we have Sherry when it's convenient. Then we have Aoden. Then we have Contessa, if needed. Then we have Moonchild, which is what I'm referring to this as. And then we have Calvo, who followed in from the other room and is there, but rolled a 2 on his initiative. So yeah. All right, and without further ado, you see this creature begin to rise out, sloughing off her body as if it were a discarded garment. It stands up, opens its mouth, which begins to bulge over with bulbous, hanging pustules like garlic reefed around its clawed, fanged mouth. I mean clawed and fanged. On the inside, you see fangs reaching outward, almost like a manta ray, and on the outside, claws reach outward. If this thing bites you, it's hitting you coming and going. And with that, this thing lets out this horrible noise. And Theron, it's your turn. What do you do?
Cool. I would like to already pitch to use the offer to have to activate my quarantine zone as a bonus action.
Okay, that's going to happen right now. A 30-foot barrier of magic will extend from you. A floating ring of green miasma will appear in the air, swirling around you. Done.
Perfect. Then as my action, Theron is going to whip out the scroll of Revivify and run over to Sherry and cast that mother.
Okay. That is going to work. Revivify. Sherry, you are going to come back to life. However, there are going to be some stipulations to this. Now, while this creature was able to leave your body, you are going to be permanently blinded from this.
Yeah, no kidding.
It will take some greater restoration or some very high level spell. I believe regenerate probably to do that, or something else.
Give me eyes.
So that means that any ranged spell attacks you will have disadvantage on, but if you can perceive something by sound, you can still target it with a spell.
Okay. How's my head look?
You look otherwise fine. Your flesh is clawed up.
Okay.
And you have a gaping hole in the center that is just ringed with the membranous red of the inside of an eye socket. And Revivify brings her back with 1 hit point.
I am just... Yes.
1 hit point. It cannot
I
return you
will
to life.
hide under the table.
Well, it's not your turn yet, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, and I'm not in the same room. Never mind.
You are. You
so
are literally
confused.
in the same room.
Oh, so confused.
Well, you
'Cause I
just
was
died.
dead.
Yeah, so that's fair.
Be understandable.
So yeah, I'm doing that, my move action. Can't heal Sherry, that'll have to be next round. Okay, that is Theron, and he's going to basically stand he's gonna place himself between Sherry and the thing.
All right, sounds great. I think the thing works. All right, that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, shield out, ready to go for next turn.
Okay. The creature is going to take a look at you right next to it, and is going to. I'm going to flip the offer back on its head, and it is going to start to crick, 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 and is going to. It's only about 3 feet tall at this point, but you're going to see its bones begin to elongate, snapping as they do. Snap, grow, snap, grow, snap, grow, until this thing is 6 feet tall. Its entire body is covered with these pustulous tumors. Its claws dangle 5 now inches off of its fingers. And it looks around like in concentration, trying to figure out what it's here for, what its target is. And then it takes a deep inhaling breath and looks at Flynn. ZL or Muse, who wants to go first?
So we agreed that Chaz and I agreed that I would go first this round.
Okay.
First things first, bonus action. She is going to cast action first, then bonus action.
Okay.
Doesn't actually matter. Action, she is summoning Storm, her weapon.
Okay.
He is going to form into her signature Warhammer. And then bonus action, she is going to cast Branding Smite.
Okay.
On this on Moonchild.
Okay, so Branding Smite. So you need to actually succeed with an attack roll to use that.
The next time you hit a creature, within a
so you don't cast it on her, you cast it on you.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, you can do that with your bonus action.
Yes, and that's.
That's doing it? What? And you're doing it with max level. So what's the highest level spell you can cast?
Oh, I can cast third level.
Okay, so remember that you cast this at an additional 1d6.
Yeah, so I'm casting 4d6 with it right now.
Cool. Yeah, because warlocks always cast as hard as they can. You should be casting 3d6.
Oh yes.
All right, cool. All right, so that's going to be your turn. Are you doing any movement? So you are kind of like right around this thing. The Contessa's about 20 feet away watching this, and the creature takes a look at your boy's head.
Okay, so how far away is it from Muse?
From Muse, I'd say about 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay.
And about 40 from Flynn.
Muse is going to move a little bit closer to Flynn to kind of get something between Moonchild and Flynn.
Okay. Sounds good to me. All right. So with that, it is going to be ZL. ZL, what are you doing?
Shoot. He's gonna take out a sword and shield and put himself between the creature and Flynn's head.
Sounds good. You doing anything else? You can do that with your movement.
Shoot. Could I use the offer to establish a mind link with Sherry?
Sure. Done.
Because she needs to be able to see me, so I need the offer to do it. So I'm gonna connect.
That's clever.
Yeah.
I want you to make me an intelligence check to be able to do this.
All right. Oh, 18.
You're going to be able to do it. Sherry, you are going to feel the presence of someone else kind of inside of your mind, and you are going to be able to see through Ziel's eyes.
Oh.
That's some big brain stuff right there.
Oh, it's just psychic, but I'll take that.
Yeah.
I will take.
Okay.
It's kind of like it's
all right.
It's a psychic link. You'll have like very hazy vision through his eyes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Better than what I got right now.
Yeah,
Sure.
so
Okay.
Sherry Hill voices, let me be your eyes.
Okay, just guide me. Just tell me what to do.
All right.
So Ziel's eyes are to be going pure white at this point.
Yep. Glowing. Little like trails of energy going off like Cable in comics from the 90s.
Yeah.
All right. What do you do? Is that your entire action?
Yep, that takes an action to put a psychic link.
Okay, do you have a
together,
bonus action you'd like to do?
Not particularly at this current moment.
Sounds good. Sherry, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Okay, what am I able to see? Where?
You see that this strange, horrid creature has risen up and is looking around the room hungrily at Flynn.
Okay, am I able to tell from what I can see where I actually am?
Yes, you are laying on the floor 5 feet from it on the other side of Thorana. Or pardon me, Theron.
Okay. Now, is this just so that I get this in my head, is this the sort of thing where I can look and see my own body?
Yeah, you're looking at yourself and you look awful.
Okay, I look horrible. All right, but we can do amazing stuff with this. Okay, let's go cast chromatic orb because why not? That's what we got. Let's go with that.
All right, so long as ZL keeps this up, I will allow you to roll without disadvantage.
Okay.
1 hour unless you decide to do something otherwise.
I'll also consider that given the extremity of this, you'll take concentration checks and you take damage to keep this link up.
Yeah.
Because this is definitely a higher power use of your power, and you don't know why it's working stronger in here. Also,
it's not supposed to be able to do this.
Inside of this room, when you are rolling, what do you roll? You roll d6s for your psychic, right?
It is, I think, the D8 now. D8.
Cool. It's d10s.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Don't ask why. Don't ask why.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with any orbs.
We're not asking why.
Don't ponder anything. No pondering. All right, so Sherry, you have to make me an attack roll.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, I am attacking with the
Chromatic orb.
Yeah, chromatic orb. Let's go with energy or lightning
Lightning.
because Sherry's pissed.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your attack roll?
I had to roll for this. Oh shoot! I only rolled a 5. But it's just one action, isn't it? And do I roll for a spell?
You do if it's a ranged spell attack.
Yes, it is a ranged spell. Yeah, okay, so I only got a 5.
So you got a 5, and then you add your spell attack bonus, so your intelligence plus your
9.
Plus your proficiency.
Yeah, so that's a 9 altogether.
9 altogether? It should be higher than that, so your proficiency should be plus 3 at this level, if I'm not mistaken, right?
My spell attack bonus is plus 4.
What's your intelligence modifier?
Oh, my intelligence modifier is 5. So
you should have a
5
plus
14.
8 to this.
So then 13.
13, okay. That is still going to miss, but it is a much closer miss there.
Okay.
I think I had one. No, I spent this. Something good happens. All right, so that is going to. You're going to reach up, hurl the chromatic orb. It is going to fire by. The offer is on the table. Heads up to you. So if you have a cantrip and would like to cast that as well, you may. If you evoke the offer.
Yes, I will invoke the offer, and I will cast Sapping Sting.
Okay, go ahead. Sapping
I just
Sting
have to-
is.
Cantrip. Got to see it in range 30 feet.
Yep, and let's see. So I have a Constitution save, and I actually rolled onto the offer, and that was a 7. So I re-rolled because it kind of landed on the offer, and my re-roll was a 1. So that's a botch. So do me 2d4.
Yep.
This creature is going to roar and fall prone.
Yep. And they will take 5.
5? Okay.
Damage.
All
Yep,
right.
5.
Your sting is going to lash out. It's going to fall to the ground. Oh, I do have something good happen.
That's for my eye.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Sherry gets her desperation back. All right, Aiden, it's your turn.
All right, Aoden's going to look over there, huff on his pipe, and then blow sparks out of it to summon his spirit.
Okay.
Which case I will use my bonus action to command it to fly up into the sky and then fire a fire seed down.
Okay.
And I'm going to probably back away from this thing.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because I don't want to be anywhere close to this thing.
Okay,
anyway,
so
let's see.
the creature. So your thing jumps into the air to fire the seed.
Yeah, it's gonna fly. It's gonna fly 30 feet.
I will
up.
give you advantage because you're shooting down at a prone enemy.
Okay. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's definitely going to hit.
Yep, and it's just been a while. I just need to refresh my damage on that. That is a 1d6 plus 3.
Sounds great to me.
So that's going to be 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Okay, fantastic. That is going to burn it as you begin to sear into its flesh. It will snarl at you and lash its jaws kind of up, screaming a bit as it does. It is the Contessa's turn now. The Contessa is going to look around, appraise the situation. Very clever, brother, she says, looking at Ziel as if she can see the mind link between you two. Know that what I do, I must do for the better of all of this. Defeat that. Hold it down. She turns and takes a few steps back. All right, it is the creature's turn. All right, I'm going to flip the offer to access some of the powers that are normally not available to me. That is going to be center of the room. I need a dex save from everybody.
Oh no.
Oh no! One deck save coming right up.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
The
19.
Norse Foundry dice strikes again.
17.
17?
8.
12.
Yeah. Sherry.
Okay. The thing is going to raise its voice in a shriek, and there's going to be a sudden burst of magic. Everyone standing within 60 feet, I believe. Let me double check that. So, boop, 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 boop. Everybody standing within, pardon me, 20 feet. There's going to be an explosion of energy. And anybody within 20 feet radius, I think that hits everybody here. I am
Including
looking.
me who backed off?
Did you?
Remember, because Aoden backed off.
Okay.
And Ziel and Muse were down by Flynn.
Oh, it's fair. So that's going to hit Thorena and Sherry. Theron, you're not going to take any damage. Sherry, I'm sorry. You are going to... What's your max hit points?
My max total?
Yeah.
34.
Cool. Does not kill you. You are going to drop,
that's
though,
not
as a psychic blaster ups and does 27 points of damage to you.
Ouch.
I will reduce
my
that
head
by
hurts.
a bit.
The offer is back up for you all. The creature is going to clamber to its feet, look around, and he's going to turn, see Ziel and Muse trying to block Flynn. And the Contessa is kind of over by you as well, moving around. And it is going to snarl and make a lunge toward you. As it does, it is going to cast... well, actually, it's not going to cast before you get a chance to take a swing at it, Theron, because it's leaving your range.
Cool. Also, it will still have a disadvantage because mine is a 30-foot radius of my
Ooh.
quarantine zone.
Nice.
So
Oh, and because of the quarantine zone, it's not going to be able to reach them because its speed is halved because it's in your zone.
yeah, it's rough terrain. So Theron took I believe as my feat I took Warcaster because it's the best. So I can cast a spell, so could I cast my spiritual weapon as my
Yeah.
attack?
Cool. Yeah, sure, all out. You can only cast a cantrip with that, can't you, normally?
Hold on, let me pull up Warcaster.
You can choose to. Oh, you could cast a spell rather than attack.
Just cast a spell.
Yeah, it says a spell. So
Yep.
yeah, you may cast spiritual weapon, and it automatically gets an attack. So go ahead.
Cool.
Oh,
Describe.
Sweet.
Actually, I've got it Warcaster right here. The spell must have a casting time of 1 action. Must target only that creature.
Okay, so it has
Okay,
to be
so
a blast.
So it has to be a blast. Sure. Can I then do? So I guess a cantrip would be fine. Or
Cantrip would be
actually
absolutely
inflict wounds. At a
Yes,
third
that
level.
will work. That will
There
work.
you go.
will
Okay,
do
so
inflict wounds.
inflict wounds.
It's me attacking roll,
Okay,
and
sounds
I'm
good.
gonna do it at a third level. I'm upcasting this ish.
Okay, go ahead. Make me an attack roll.
Okay. Do 16. I'm gonna spend my desperation because I
Okay,
really
roll,
want to hit
add
this.
a d4.
Yep. Oh, that's a 3. So that was, what was it? 9, 17. Dirty 20.
Okay, that will hit. Roll damage.
Perfect. So that is 5d10.
5d10. Okay. Damn.
Yeah. That's why I used my desperation with it. I saw the 17. I'm like, no,
That's
I'm
potent.
just gonna make sure I really get it. Okay. 35 points of
Holy
necrotic damage.
Nice.
Okay. That is going to slam. You're gonna basically pump Zonos's displeasure into this thing's back. It's going to scream in pain and let out this wail as it stumbles away from you. This is going to strike Muse and Ziel. Both of you need to make me a wisdom save, please.
Sweet.
It stumbles forward toward the edge of the quarantine zone, steps just outside of it, and that is the end of its movement, unfortunately. And your DC, what'd you get?
Dirty
18.
20.
Dirty 20 and 18, and okay. You know what? I'm gonna spend 2 hurt them more as both of you reroll.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
Ooh, how about a 17?
Okay.
16.
Okay, you're both still fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You scared me there.
I've still got 8 more. I gotta spend
Yeah,
these.
right?
Pay for them. Okay, so that is going to be its turn. Calvo is going to step into the room and turn and look at the Contessa. She nods briskly, and he pulls the drapes to this room. That is his turn. Top of the initiative, Theron.
So Sherry's down again.
Sherry's down again.
I'm assuming administering a vial
Will be a bonus action.
would be a bonus action, not an object.
I'll let it be an object interact if you flip the offer again.
Okay, I'll do that.
Done.
Okay. So yeah,
This offer's getting worked.
Theron will just, as an object thing, just stab the vial of a healing potion into
Just
Sherry.
put it in the eye hole.
Yeah, pretty
Ah! I mean, it's a direct shot. Why not?
much. Yep.
Brain shot. It's like snorting it
Well,
basically. Goes right to the blood-brain
it
barrier.
goes- yeah, straight to the.
All right, so
blood
you pop it in her
vessels.
mouth. So what type of potion was that?
It was the cordial.
Oh, so this is the injecting.
Yes,
Okay, so
Oh,
that is all we have.
we'll say that it was preloaded because of the offer. I'm going to figure out which one that is.
I believe
have
it's
a-
just a I think they're basic healing potions equivalent. I believe I have in my
Okay,
notes.
it's rating.
can't remember.
Hold on one moment. Okay. Sorry, picking up D. You know what? I'm just gonna roll D8s because that's just easier for me. Okay. Okay, you are going to regenerate 16 hit points.
Oh, okay.
That was a medium. So you are going to be awake again and up for your turn when the time is right, Sherry. Theron, what are you doing with the rest of your turn?
So for the rest of the turn, Theron, bonus action, spiritual weapon. That's the one. So, cast that. We'll pop it right beside the Moonchild and take a good old swang.
Sounds
Give him
good.
a bonk with my cane. Bonk.
All right, make me an attack roll.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit.
Woo! Oh, does not. Darn. Okay, that's fine. At least this stays for a minute, so that's good for not just wasting the spell. And then for a action, that's the word. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. Could you make me I believe it's a wisdom. Let me just scroll up.
Okay, spending a hurt the mortar roll with advantage.
Also.
I have
wisdom.
I have an 18 plus.
Okay, yeah. 15 is my spell save DC. So
Okay,
that
so
does not
a
go.
dong will echo out, and it's going to just snarl. Anything else you're doing?
That was it. I think Theron will kind of again keep like range spell distance from it, but will keep moving up towards Flynn, basically making sure it will stay in Theron's radius for the quarantine zone.
Sounds good.
So he will just move up, kind of trying to stay out of its reach, and kind of place himself centrally so that he could potentially still cast spells at Sherry if needed to heal. So he's just trying to stay kind of in the middle of everyone, if possible.
Sounds good. I'm flipping the offer back to heads. All of you are going to hear a voice inside of your head that's more of a guttural, rough translation of language. It's not quite language, not quite not, but pain. Pain. Let it rest. Must let rest. The pain is going to echo through your head. I would like everyone here to do me a favor and make me a wisdom save.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. How was 18 sound for me?
18 sounds great.
Yes.
Natural 20 for 22.
Okay, that sounds great.
23 for me.
That also sounds... You guys are all sounding great.
And let's see, that is 15.
That sounds great.
Sorry, 17. 17.
I was bought another determination after
Desperation, yep.
Yeah, desperation. I'm using that because I have a 13 right now.
Okay.
So I'm spending that again.
Come on.
15.
15, you're fine.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Now we are down. You're done. So, Ziel, you were going first this turn?
Yeah, did my connection with Sherry just sever?
Nope.
When she... Oh, good.
Nope. You
Then
just
I'm gonna-
you have party call, or whatever it was called
Sweet.
back when we were like 10.
All right, cool. I'm going to rush up and take 2 swings at this thing.
All right, go ahead.
One will be at 18, the other one will be at 10.
All right, those are both hits. Roll me damage.
The 10's a hit?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 15 and 18.
No. I was like, wait, 18 and 10. I was like, wait.
Okay, no.
So-
That one is not a hit. My bad.
And I'm
However,
going to...
would you like to re-roll with one of your... I have 2 something good happens. as it turns out.
Sure.
All right, you can re-roll that miss. Sorry, Kel, I didn't realize... I wasn't told that till after I said that you missed that one shot.
Yeah, it's a nat 1.
Okay. Well, you miss, but it's not a botch because you would just technically have advantage. Okay,
right.
So that first hit is going to hit, though. So you... Or the first one's going to... You whiff, and then you come back with the backstroke, and that is going to hit. Roll me.
All right, I'm going to add Psionic Strike to it.
Okay, that's going to do D10s.
Alright, so it's gonna be... It's gonna be 7 slashing and 8 force.
7 slashing, 8 force. All right, so for a total of 15. Ooh, this thing is looking very, very rough. As you slam your blade through the side of it, the slash is going to open this deep gouge through the center of its chest, and you're going to see like the tissue begin to pull apart. Think like the Venom symbiote, right? And how it like leaves that gooey trail. Except it's not goo. They're going to harden, and you have opened a new mouth that is gnashing with teeth.
Right.
All right. Ziel, do you have anything else you're going to do?
How much of the quarantine zone is left behind it right now?
It is 5 feet in front of it and is a 30-foot diameter, isn't it? Or 30-foot radius. Radius or diameter, Darren?
It depends.
Well, I know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. There.
Robin,
Sorry, I was responding to something else
Is-
on chat.
is it diameter or radius for your quarantine
Radius.
zone? Radius?
Radius.
Oh, damn, that's big.
Radius.
Better.
Okay,
Oh, cool,
so yeah.
I'll use my bonus action and shove it back a few feet.
Okay. You're using Psychic Push.
Yeah, so you need to make a DC. Was it 8?
I'm going to
Eight,
use my
three,
Hurt Them More. All right.
You do that.
What?
DC's 15 strength.
Okay, it fails.
Oh.
It fails
So it
with
just
advantage.
gets shoved back.
Yay.
So it just gets shoved back 5 feet.
Okay. It's back in the quarantine zone. Sounds good to me. Muse, it is your turn as this thing gets pushed back.
Bonus action Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
And I'm going to move forward to make a two-hand attack with my Warhammer, my Pact Warhammer.
Okay. Go ahead.
So here we go. Ooh. How does what's 17 plus 8? That's
That's
like
a hit, is
20,
what it
20
is.
something. Okay, and that's a D10 plus... Oh, and I had Branding Smite on there too.
You did, so add 3d6 to the damage.
Add 3d6. Whew, okay, I add that, and then Hexblade's Curse. Okay, so... Ooh, that's a 6, 12, 14, 15, 20, and then I add 6, 26, plus my proficiency for Hexblade's Curse, 7, 8, 9. That's going to be 29 points of damage.
Okay. All right, 29
On-
points of
on
damage
that thing.
as you rush forward and go, yeah, and bring your blade or your hammer down. Now, do you have 2 attacks per level? Oh, apparently A plus 7 is 25.
Oh, okay. And yes, actually I do. I do get 2 attacks.
All right, so your smite's
I
gonna
totally
blast off.
forgot that. Yeah,
Thank you.
my pact weapon attacks twice. So, hold up. Oh shit, that's gonna be 26 to hit on the second attack.
That'll
now
hit.
Now I only get the
You only
the
get
D10
your
on
D10
this.
plus charisma.
So that's gonna be an 8, plus 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. An additional 17 points.
Describe this for me.
So, she's gonna run up with her warhammer, kind of trailing behind. She's gonna bring this thing up, kind of like just smash this thing through the face. She's going to pirouette what looks like quite gracefully, and then bring the hammer back down the other side of the head into the ground.
Oh, it's going to smush into the ground as you kind of just like collapse the base of its skull, like right at the throat. And it's going to start like trembling and convulsing on the ground.
Nice.
And then the body turns into a writhing mass of tissue that begins to swell.
Not
And-
again.
The creature begins to shiver and grow, and and is replaced by something that looks kind of like a writhing pile of rotten meat.
And as soon as she sees it's moving, she's going to move backwards. So she's out of its reach before it's actually a creature.
Okay.
Because she's like, hey, that's doing things again. No way. So she's gonna like flip backwards.
Okay.
Like 20 feet.
I'm gonna use a hurt the more to get an attack at you anyway.
Okay, do it.
Yep.
What'd you get?
28.
You know, I think that hits.
Okay.
Hit me.
Oh, pardon me, not a 28. This is this one. So this is only a 25. 25.
Oh, only.
All right, so it lashes out with a flesh tendril.
That's an awful sentence.
Well, you're a cat girl. You should have expected it.
Oh god, you're right.
It's true. So that is going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Oh, okay.
By this tentacle that lashes out around you from the center of its... You see that one unblinking eye reveal itself in the center of this thing's forehead. The rest of its body is a writhing pile of biodiversity that looks like it's trying to seek its own perpetuation. Yes, yeah.
Oh, Kelly.
Yes.
Can I use a reaction because it attacked me?
Yes.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, do it. That is... boop.
That is going to be...
So, dex save, right?
It is a dex save, yes, please.
Okay, I'm going to spend a hurt them more. And it will succeed, but you burned out a hurt them more.
Okay, and
So
that's...
do I
you still take damage.
I still take
you
half
take half.
damage.
You
Yep.
still take half, okay. Hellish Rebuke is 4d10. Let's make it happen.
All right, do it. Yes, Traz, you had something you wanted to interject?
Was Muse still within 5 feet of me?
Yes, actually, she was.
Then
would have
I would
to be.
want to use interception to reduce the damage.
That sounds great. You can just say that. Like,
Okay.
Okay,
so go ahead and roll
17.
interception. Your interception die will also increase by
21.
to 10. It's because what is it? It's your
It's
psychic
one,
dice.
interception. No, it's interception is different from my psychic protection.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, fair. Sorry. This is just psychic.
It's still 1d10 though, so reduce
be
it by
the same.
7 damage.
By 7? Okay. So Muse is still going to be grappled as she tries to jump back. But she's going to take 7
take
left.
24 fire damage.
Did
from
you-
Hellish Rebuke?
Okay, so
Oh no, sorry. It's going to take 12 points of fire damage.
you rolled all 6s? Or is it 10?
It's d10s.
Is it already
It's true. It's D10s. I've been
It is
wanting
D10s.
wanting Sassy to use it, but no one's hit
Yeah.
Sassy to meet Hellish Rebuke things.
Yeah.
God, that's
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
It is
D10s.
d10s.
It's gross.
That's gross.
Yep. And I've been wanting to use it in Witchlight, but no one's hit Sassy.
I think Pippi used it once and it was morbid.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so that's,
it's broken, but it's going to be 12 after
sounds
reduction.
good. All right, so flames are going to lash out and burn it. Let me just check something real quick. Cool. It is going to singe the side of its flesh. It's going reduce 7 points of damage that you took because of interception from Ziel.
Awesome. Oh, and also because this thing is, did the initial monster count as killed? Is this a new one?
It is still the same one, but its form died. So what you're talking about?
I'm talking about Hexblade's curse. The curse ends early if the target dies.
It would transfer.
It would. Okay.
I'll allow it to transfer. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. So Sherry, it's your turn then. What would you like to do?
Okay. And can I still see from I can still see from the
Ziel has
link,
not taken
correct?
damage, so yes.
Okay. Then let's try the chromatic orb again because
Okay.
you know what the heck. Something's got to hit sometime.
All right, go ahead.
And get a lightning again.
Okay,
Lightning
sounds
electricity.
good.
So okay. Oh crap. 8 this time, so 13.
That's a hit.
Ah! Yay! All right, that is 3d8 for me to roll. Where's my other
I
one?
have so many books open. I have like 8 books open for this fight.
Come on, all 8s. We got a 5 and a 4. That's a 9 and a 2. That's 11.
11 total.
11 total.
Okay.
Lightning damage.
All right. Your orb strikes into it, the lightning arcs around it, and it's going to continue screaming in pain as you reduce it by 11 points of damage. Fantastic work there. Are you doing anything else with your round?
I have no bonus actions.
Nice. All right.
Wait, can I use anything? Well, I can use dodge as a bonus action. Am I in danger anywhere?
You're always in danger. I would use dodge as a bonus
Probably in
action.
danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's dodge to
Okay,
somewhere.
that gives me disadvantage on any attack
Cover.
against you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm dodging to
Aiden,
something.
it's your turn.
All right. So Aoden's going to. Can I drop a fireball like down behind this thing or detonate it above it to hit it without hitting anyone else?
You may not, unfortunately. It is unfortunately too well. Okay, so overhead view. They're like da 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 da, and like the other ones have backed up. You know what? You could do it on this side of the room. Yeah, I'm gonna say you could. It will
right.
destroy probably some of the lab equipment.
Ooh.
But it doesn't look like the super important lab equipment. It might strike the... Ooh, you know what? That's on that side of the room. That would hit the orb. Up to you.
Ooh.
Ponder it.
Yeah, you know what? I think Aoden's not used to this kind of environment. This is not his space.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna hit it like a hammer.
do it if you got to.
So the fireball is gonna originate from the fire elemental and land where it needs to.
Okay.
But I'm the caster, and so it's gonna do 8d6 plus a d8 in fire damage.
Okay. I'm going to try
It
to do
gets It gets a dex save for half.
Okay. It will succeed. Against
Okay.
all odds.
Ooh, but I got a good roll though, so that might not help too much. Or, is it 17, 18, 19, still counting.
Okay.
19, 29, 34, 35, 36. 36, 43 damage.
Ooh, okay. That is going to strike it. So 43, that's going to become, because it's saved, that's going to become 21. That's still a damn good hit.
And I still have a bonus action, so my little fire minion's also going to fire a shot as well.
Okay, go ahead.
It's going to be like a 10. It's not going to hit, I'm sure.
10? I mean, you have desperation.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
So add a d4, see what you got.
D4. Just got to pull out my brand new caltrop. Let's see how it works. And it gives me another 3, so
That's
13.
exactly enough to hit.
Hey! So it's going to do D6. That's another 8 fire damage.
Another 8 fire damage. Okay. Ooh, this thing is soaking up like a sponge. I don't mind saying. As you do, fire keeps reaming into this thing. It makes these horrible, horrible noises. And as your fireball hits, you're going to notice that it goes a little crack, and then a wider crack begins to spiderweb through the orb at the center of the room. I need everyone here to make me a dexterity save, except for Muse, because she is being held. However, this does mean the creature, I'm going to spend a heart them more to be able to stay on my feet. Yay, I did. Good, I'm glad I spent that. I need, we're looking for DC 16 here, folks.
19!
Fail.
Fail? There?
I got 12.
Fail.
I got
Calvo
like a
failed. And the Contessa succeeded. All right, for everyone who failed. So Theron, Aiden, and ZL. Sherry, you succeeded, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank God.
The room begins to pitch like it's on a boat, and you're going to watch the world, like the walls begin to spin around as the entire chamber that you're in shakes like you're inside of a snow globe.
Yikes.
All right, the ground counts as rough terrain this round for everybody, and if you failed, you are knocked prone.
Cool.
Wow.
All right, the Contessa. It is the Contessa's turn. The Contessa is going to take a few steps forward. She did not fall because she just barely got a 16. Is going to stumble forward and say, "It needs to be destroyed. We must do what we must. It's our destiny. And she's going to take the other 10-foot step over to where Flynn is hooked up in the machines. And is going to lean down. Looks like she's trying to kiss him on the head.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. That doesn't sound good.
And
No kiss for Flynn.
I am going to use... pardon me, I just have to... I don't want to have to search it in another book. I will just... He is prone and drugged, which means that this is very simple. She is going to lean... She's basically going to say, we must do what we must do. We must do what we must. This is destiny. And she unclenches her jaw, and you are going to see the bottom of her face begin to crack and relax as her flawless jaws and lips are going to unfold into 2 large tentacles with a gaping maw underneath.
Aww.
And anybody who got success before suddenly remembers that one of the things that Vulcan did extensive research on were the Illithids.
Oh no! Fuck!
She is going to bend down, and there's going to be a resounding crunch as she bites through Flynn's skull and drinks his brain.
Flynn's a tater tot.
Basically, that's going to be her round. Now it's Moonchild's turn. Okay, so, Ziel, you were down on the ground in front of me. I'm already holding you, Cat, so I am going to use... Oop, that's the wrong book. I have 6 books in front of me.
So many books.
I need you to make me an intelligence save, please.
I will try to do that.
Oh, fuck.
15.
Would you like to use your desperation?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
It does sound like a good idea.
How about 18?
18 is a success, which means you're only going to take half damage.
Thank
as
God.
you are grappled, you suddenly get this blast of psychic energy. You are going to take 25 points of psychic damage. Your maximum hit points are reduced until your next long rest by that amount.
Wow.
And it is my turn. All right, so I'm going to make 2 attacks against Ziel. Ready. Attack number 1, that is a 28. Attack number 2 is going to be a... I'm glad I have advantage because you're prone. That is going to be a 26. And then my last one is going to be... What's my reach on this? Flesh tendril. Reach 10 feet.
Kelly.
Yes, yes.
The first attack the creature makes in my thingy.
Okay.
Sorry, I was muted, but I was like waving. I was like,
You know what?
wait!
I'll spend a hurt them more to keep my original roll.
Oh!
Oh, wait.
Boo.
Yeah, because I would do that. Okay, I'm down to only 4 hurt the mowers out of 10. Okay,
Guys,
Also, guys,
stop
buy us
buying
desperation.
them.
okay. So, and then the last one. This thing is wide enough that it's going to lash out at Theron with a 25.
Yup, that'll hit. That'll
Okay.
hit.
All right, so that is going to be, first of all, Ziel. That is going to be 11, 12, 13. Your first hit is going to be for 19 bludgeoning.
Ooh, okay.
Your second hit is you're going to be for 17, 23 bludgeoning.
Oh.
You are grappled. Theron, my boy, you are going to take 17, 23 bludgeoning as this thing crashes down on you.
And you're gonna take... I'm gonna use my reaction to do my malicious, outbreak.
Do it.
Yeah,
And this is necrotic damage, right? Or poison?
yes, you need to make me a con save.
Okay. I spend a hurt them more to get advantage, and I fail.
Nice. You're gonna take, math. Actually, wait, I can choose... your choice. I think those. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, it's 14 necrotic.
14 necrotic. Perfect. Ooh. This thing is still holding together. It is really badly hurt, but it is still somehow holding itself together.
A question.
Yes.
How do concentration rolls work? Because I've never played a spellcaster.
So make me a con save. Difficulty of the damage you took. Ooh, someone spent a
For each
drama
one?
bomb. So you do 2 concentration saves. One at... just tell me what you get on your rolls.
So Constitution?
Yeah. Con save.
So 16 on the first and 19 on the second.
Okay, I'm going to say you succeed because we got a lot of math thrown around.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's either 10 or half the most or half the damage.
That's right. That's what it is. Sorry, because
Yeah.
in Pathfinder, it's 10 plus half the damage, I think. And I'm getting addition fatigue in my brain right now.
Yeah, no, it's usually 10
Guys, I
unless
have
you get
so
up to
many
past
books open.
like
I'm not even
20.
I'm not even kidding. Like,
All the books.
Yep, all the books.
All the books.
oh,
I just like how I saw fizz bands there.
Concerning, right?
Shh. It's fine. Okay, I have another hurt them more from the chat. All right, so that's her action is going to be like bam, 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 bam. And do I have any bonus actions? No, I don't actually. This thing has very few bonus actions, which means that it is going to be Calvo's turn. Calvo is going to... I'm going to spend a drama bomb and say, "You fool, don't strike the orb. Whatever you do, it's the only thing that's anchoring us here." But he says it in the actual accent I gave him, which is, "You fool, don't do it. It's the only thing that's anchoring us here." There we go, that's better. It's been a long night.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, that's Calvo's turn. Calvo is actually going to draw his sword and help now that he has sealed the room. And that is going to be... he is going to use a bonus action to brand this creature and is going to attack. Yeah. And he's going to roll a 2.
Oh, Calvo!
He's going to rush forward, take a swing. Well, hold on. He gets 2 great sword attacks. His first one, as it smacks aside one of the blades, or he smacks aside his blade. And the second one is going to be, that's cocked. That's going to be not a crit, but it is going to be a hit. And he is going to, he's going to dump a 3rd level spell slot into this. So that's going to be, you know what I love is that if you just Google 4d8, it rolls it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be, my base weapon is +8 to hit, +2 to do. Okay, that could have been, I'm just going to take average damage. 11, 15. Okay, that's going to be 32 points of damage. As an explosive radiant smite deals down into this creature. It is bloodied, finally.
Yay!
And... Ooh. It's not going to use that power. It's not going to use that power. No. Instead, it is going to... I don't have that. All right, cool. He rushes forward, misses once as it slaps the blade aside, and he brings it down. There's an explosion of radiant energy, and we are at the top of the initiative with Therena. Or Theron.
Theron. Cool. So, we're all looking,
Quite hurt.
quite hurt. So, I'm just quickly checking if mass healing is a bonus word. Shoot! I have 2 bonus action things! What? What? Oh, that's annoying. Fine.
The offer's up. I'll let you take a bonus action as an action.
Sure.
All right, offer slip to me. You sure you want that? It's done.
Okay. So yeah, bonus action, mass healing word, up to 6 creatures of my choice within 60 feet. So, the 5 of us, and Calvo if he's missing any HP.
He is not yet.
1d4. Yeah.
I'm not hurt either.
Well, it's up to 6, so you take it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so thankfully I rolled a 4, so that's gonna be 4 plus my spellcasting mod is 4, so that's gonna be 8 points back to everyone.
Okay.
So sorry about that. It wasn't too big, but
We'll take it.
yeah.
That's okay. It brings Sherry back to 24.
That kicks me back to my new max hit points, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
bonus action, second bonus action. Bonk bonk with my spiritual weapon. Okay. 19 to hit.
19 to hit is a hit.
Yes.
Roll me damage.
Sweet. Just scrolling back down to problem with a Word document. Okay, I rolled an 8 on that, so that's gonna be 12 points of force damage to him.
Okay. 12, you say?
Yes, I
Okay.
rolled an 8. It's
Perfect.
awesome.
Nice.
And then I'm going to, I guess Theron would have spent half of his movement to get up from prone
Yeah.
to then cast the spells. It's my bad for that. Whatever remaining movement, he's going to move towards the creature again to keep him in that thing in the radius of
Sounds fantastic.
his quarantine zone. So Theron will move up and get closer again to get that.
That works for me. All right. Muse or ZL.
Alright.
You will need to make me an escape check.
Alright. Coming right. Oh god, my ears are falling off.
That. All right. So what you are going to do is you are making a. You remember how to get out of a grapple?
I haven't for a long time, so no, actually.
All right. So what you're going to try to do is you are going to try to make an athletics or dexterity check.
Okay, they're both the same for me. 17?
17. All right. You're going to wriggle out. That's going to take an action to do that.
Okay.
All right. If
I
you
don't think any. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
If you choose to do that anyway, it's going to take your action to do that.
Okay, if I, you know what, if I don't do that, I could just still make an attack though, right?
Yes, you can. You're grappled. You're not prone.
Okay, I'm gonna make an attack.
Sure.
Actually, I'm gonna
Okay.
make 2 attacks with my packed weapon.
Sounds good.
And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Where's my dice? Oh boy. Thankfully that's not a 1. I know the 18 base hits. How does a... No, that doesn't hit. That's a 12. So 13 points of damage on this thing.
13 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And ooh. Yay. I'm in smaller numbers now. All right. You bring the hammer down on the side of it, and Ziel, it is your turn.
You know what? I think I'm gonna take a couple swipes at it too.
Okay, you're just gonna keep whacking while you're there. Do it.
Yep. So those attacks will be 2 dirty 20s.
Okay, 2 dirty 20s are gonna hit. Roll me damage.
All right, I am gonna add psionic strike to the first one.
Okay.
Could be better. So first attacks, 6 slashing and 6 force.
Okay, just give it.
Yeah, and 6 more. So 18 altogether.
18 altogether, and that's with your. You added your strength to the hits as well, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled low. Then I'm gonna use action surge and take 2 more attacks.
Yep. Do it. Do it.
So 16 and 15.
Those are hits.
And oh, that's better. So that'll be What math? Oh my god.
It's okay.
19.
Oh boy. All right. You strike it twice more. It is still up. It is very hurt. Your parts of it are starting to sludge off in like why type of sounds coming off of it. Sherry, it is your turn. What do you do?
Sherry is, and I can still see.
You can still see through ZL somehow.
I can still see. Okay, this is pretty awesome. The chromatic orb. I'm 1 for 2, so I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Third time's gotta
Do
work.
you still have another first level spell?
Yes, I have 4 first level spells.
Nice.
So
Are you going to
they're
upcast
probably
it?
all gonna be chromatic orb.
So you
Sorry?
can cast it at a higher level to give yourself more d8s.
Yeah, why not? Let's go at a second level.
That's not third?
Well, let's go third. I'm not gonna use tiny hut right now.
Okay.
It's not useful.
What did you get on your roll?
Yes, let's see, it rolled a 10, 14,
Should be 17.
17?
18.
Yes.
Should be 18
18,
with
yeah.
your +5, yeah. All
Yeah.
right, that is going to be a hit. Roll me damage.
Yay! And I'm casting that at a level 3, so I get to add 2 more d8s.
So you're rolling 3d8, and is it lightning?
1, 2, 3. I get to add more d8s, don't I?
Yeah,
I
so
rolled-
it's a total of 3d8s.
I get.
Oh, pardon me.
No,
it's a total
I
of
originally
6
have-
D8s,
No,
you're
it
right.
starts with 3d8.
It starts with 3, so I get to roll 2 more, so I get 5. I would take 6, but I don't.
This,
that's just not fair.
I apologize for
That's okay.
the trouble.
4, 8, 16, 18, 24. 24 lightning damage.
24?
24.
Okay. Oh, God.
Oh,
Good.
yeah. Sherry
Okay.
might actually get something done.
All right, chromatic orb slams into the side of this thing, exploding with lightning damage. This thing is barely still up.
Give me
Aiden.
back my eye!
Aiden, it's your turn. What do you do?
My apologies. Is there a 10 foot by 10 foot footprint I can put over it that won't hit everybody else? I'll be shooting at it from above.
Let me just check.
I'm
something
looking to
real
use.
quick.
Sure.
You're hoping to use.
I'm hoping to use tidal wave launched from the fire spirit from above, to basically like jackhammer it into the ground.
Tidal wave.
That's an
So a water
oxymoron.
spell?
Yep.
Didn't we say you wouldn't be able to use water spells since you had fireball now? Wasn't that an agreement we made? Thought it was.
I cannot recall.
It is 15 by 15 wide though at this point.
Oh, okay. So that means I can just put the footprint right on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll allow it. Go ahead.
All right. So it's gonna get a save for half damage and tidal wave.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a hurt them more. That is a what save?
It's gonna be DC 18.
What type?
Dexterity.
Okay, I only have a 15.
All right. So that means you're gonna take 48 bludgeoning damage and get knocked prone.
Okay, sounds good.
So I will roll up your damage. That's going to be 22 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, that's good.
And then the fire spirit is also going to throw a spark.
Okay, sounds good.
That'll be 16.
16 will hit.
That'll be a d6 plus 3 for another 7 fire damage.
Another 7 fire damage. Beautiful. You are going to slam into it. It's going to revolt. It doesn't seem to be able to be knocked down given its strange makeup, but it is going to take the damage and scream as parts of its matter are going to explode everywhere as you are literally like fire hosing this thing from above, stripping off bits of its flesh, flooding the ground with it, and then following it up with the burning spit of your small elemental. Anything else you can do this round?
I am going to probably continue to back away. I don't need to be close now.
Right. I'm gonna flip the offer back over and use. I have everything I need right here. It is going to snarl at you. I need you to make me a dex save.
Me? All right.
With disadvantage. I'm gonna spend to hurt them more.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, that's a fail. I definitely failed.
Okay.
2 on the dice.
A blast of psychic damage is going to fly directly at you. You're going to take... I could have rolled way better. 34 points of psychic damage.
Oof. Okay.
As a ball of psychic energy is going to screech out of its many, many mouths, slamming into you. All right. The offer is right side up on the table. And the Contessa, it is her turn. She is going to throw her head back, crack her jaw, and like a bit is going to dribble down her chin as she...
That's disgusting.
Thanks for ruining the tension. And she is going to turn around, and you are 30 feet away. Yeah. So you are fighting this thing. She is going to approach as her action, and she is going to hold an action. Moonchild's turn is going to... Okay, the Moonchild, whatever is called the Moonchild there, is going to... Let's do a... it's going to thrash around. Was it hit with fire? It was hit with fire, so it can't heal. That sucks. Cat, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw. Trizelta, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
How does a 18 sound for you?
An 18 sounds good. You'll only take half.
Mine
okay.
was only a 9.
Okay, so, Cat, do me a favor. Muse is going to take 20 points of psychic damage. Is she still up?
She is still up.
Okay, ZL, you are going to take 48 points of psychic damage. Are you still up?
Yeah, Nope.
Okay, so it is going to use... Oh, it doesn't have that. Damn it. That's too bad. I thought I had absorb. Oh, I can only absorb other versions of myself. That's fair. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to spend a hurt them more. I'm going to give it this power because it should have already had it. It is going to make me a Constitution save.
I'm gonna use my desperation.
Yeah, I think I would too.
16.
16, okay. It is going to start to absorb you into its main body. It has not done so yet, so I hope you get up. All right, so that is going to be that. Then it still has one more attack. I am going to spend it. Oh, the first attack of my round has disadvantage. Okay.
Yes, it does.
I'm going to spend it on you.
Bring it.
That is a 16.
17.
Okay. All right. I'm going to spend my last hurt them more to make one more attack on you that does not have disadvantage.
Okay.
3.
Ha! Yes!
Okay.
I was gonna use my reaction to give you more necrotic damage, but you didn't hit me.
I tried. It definitely
I know.
tried. That 3 really pissed me off, if I'm going to be honest.
I saw your face. I was like, ooh. I shouldn't cocky grin here, but I'm going
Top of the
to.
initiative, Theron, it's your turn. What do you do?
Bitch. Bonus action. A bonk with
Okay.
my spiritual weapon.
Okay. What do you do? Go ahead. Make me an attack roll.
I will. Ooh, that's probably gonna miss. Does a 13 hit?
13 hits.
Awesome. Ooh, and I rolled a 7. That's nice. So 11 points of force damage with my cane. Bonk, bonk.
Do you mind taking over for me for a sec?
Yes! So Theron is going to look at this creature that is slowly, like, absorbing Ziel, and he's gonna, like, after holding out the shield from taking the, like, weird fleshy tendrils, and he's gonna just stare at it, and the eyes and the swirling miasma are just gonna start go bright green, and he's just gonna look at him and say, "Let go of my friends." And the cane is just going to for flavor, Theron will the cane will kind of like move away 10 feet, and then just almost like Thor with the hammer, Theron's just gonna hold out his hand for the cane, and the cane is just going to like whoop, go through the meaty flesh and into Theron's hand.
It is going to do that. The
Very
meat
nice.
is going to hit the floor, start dissolving. The eye is going to remain, and it is going to shiver and tremble down into the size of a satyr. This warped tiefling satyr girl is once again on the floor, collapsed on the ground, shivering, tiny, no more than 5 feet tall, with these warped goat hooves. The tendrils are going to dissolve into viscous plasma, dropping Muse and Ziel's body onto the ground. And you still have one more action.
Yes, I do.
Or you have your action, I should say.
Yes. Theron's going to look at the Contessa and say, "That was my friend as well." I will use my last spell slot for 3rd level to do a 3rd level guiding bolt.
Okay, sounds good.
Let me scroll back up to guiding bolt.
So it's an attack roll, right?
It is, and come on, baby. Okay. 25 to hit.
That is going to be hit.
Perfect. So that's going to be 66 radiant damage, and the next attack will have advantage on her.
Okay.
Alright. 17 and then 2 more. 22 points of radiant damage to her.
All right, it is going to hit her and sear her flesh deeply, burning down into some of the tissues of her face, burning down her exposed elbows and fingers. She's going to snarl. The little flaps of tentacle are going to retract slightly, and I need everybody inside of range here, which is basically within sight, is going to need to make me an intelligence save.
Okay.
James, you got to make yours with advantage.
8.
Okay.
About the passed out guy on the ground.
All right, so I have an 8. What'd you get, Sherry?
21.
Okay, you are fine. What did you get, Theron?
17.
Okay. Aiden, what'd you get?
15.
15. Would you like to use... Oh, you don't have one. Okay.
I think I won, like, for the, one got purchased for me.
Yeah, Aiden does have one.
Yeah, I put it in the chat when it came up.
But didn't you use one recently?
I had one, and then I used it, and then I got another one.
Okay.
I bought one for Theron, and then someone immediately bought one for me.
Okay. You shouldn't buy for other players during your own games.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
My apologies. Okay. I thought it was just not for ourselves. Okay.
Whoops.
My apologies.
Would you like to use your desperation?
Sure.
Okay. You got a 15 before, so let's see if this dice cheats him or not.
It gives me a 1.
Okay, it cheated you, unfortunately. Everyone who failed DC 17 int save is stunned until the end of their next round as a pulse of psychic energy bursts out of her. That's my legendary for the turn.
For the rest of my movement, could I move towards her to get her in the quarantine zone?
Yes, you may.
Sweet. Then that's Theron's turn.
Okay, ZL, it is... actually, so you dropped that, which is going to trigger... her action. Which is... Where is my damn book? I have 16 books out. Here we go. All right, so she has stepped right there. So her action is... She can't take 2 actions because this thing shrinks. So she is going to spend her action to approach to it. So she is standing over the Moonchild now. ZL, make me a death save. And tell me what you're thinking about as you're dying. Sherry, don't forget you're blind again now that ZL's unconscious.
Yeah.
I think it'd be actually one of Ziel's memories, spending time at home with his wife while he's off duty.
As you remember that, you also have a second set of memories flash through your mind. It's of being a small elven child in a dank laboratory. You and all of the other elven children there. And the cruel master who took these little, mutated, partially lobotomized elithid tendrils, these little tadpoles, and introduced them to you. Fear not. They've been partially amputated. You should remain in control of your faculties, for the most part. But the powers will be quite something. And then the crunching of bone as it wriggles up your nose. All right, so give me a death save, please.
19.
19, that's okay. Wait, am I doing? I was supposed to be rolling your damn death saves. What am I thinking? Oh. But still, that's good. Nope, that's fine. I'll let you do it. All right,
bad.
Muse, you were dropped, but you were not dropped. What do you do?
She's stunned. She can't do anything.
Shit, you are stunned. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Muse. Sherry, you were not stunned. What would you like to do?
Sherry is blind, but
So you have no idea. You're not quite sure what's happening.
Not well. She saw where she went, so she's got a vague idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good question.
So you heard everything that happened in the fight right now.
Heard everything.
I have do you have any questions you would like to ask me? You can also roll insight if you're confused.
Yeah. Let's. What can I guess roll an insight to see what she can do.
Do it. Give me insight.
Yeah. Okay.
So this will be just an interact with object, I'll say. So with your brain.
Okay. So that's a 21.
A 21. All right. So you, as you were knocked to the ground before, and what Calvo was saying, you are. Oh, I forgot Calvo's turn. This is how tired I am. Also, my initiative chart is ugly as hell. So Calvo is going to just brace himself for impact and hold an action. But as you were there, you remember what Calvo had yelled at Aoden? Mm-hmm. And then you suddenly realized that this room is impossibly large for the top of the tower.
Right.
This is an anchored demiplane.
Oh gosh. What should she?
So in theory, if that orb is producing the demiplane structure,
Yeah.
alternatively, you could just let this happen.
No. Just
Why? This
trying
thing's
to decide
evil.
what to use with this. It's evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing on the floor is evil. It needs to die.
Yeah, it's evil.
And Flynn was going to die anyway.
Oh, it's probably gonna die. Put it out of its misery. Yeah. Okay. Sapping sting.
Okay, so you can hear it. So who are you sapping stinging? The sound of hard-soled footsteps approaching, or the creature that's writhing on the ground and shivering near you?
The footsteps are probably more dangerous to me. I'm gonna go for the footsteps.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What is my roll?
I hope that's.
What kind of save is this?
Oh, shoot.
Okay,
I've lost
so
my other page.
It's all right. I forgot something I have. So this you're going to hit her with this, and
yeah.
She is going to pause for a second, and I choose to succeed.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry, she has legendary resistance.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
But still, I spent one of them, which is important. So you are going to hit her with that. Are you going to say or do anything else? Because remember,
I'm gonna dodge again.
Okay, so you're just gonna kind of like flail around. Okay, so you're not saying anything.
I don't really know what to say. Like, oh my god, Sherry's just
freaking out. That's fair. You've had a day.
Yeah, she's had a day. She's got no eye.
All right.
My head hurts.
Aoden, you are stunned, and that means that it is my turn. This creature is prone on the floor.
Disadvantage. You made this, Kelly.
You should remind me before I roll if you know it.
I know, I'm sorry. I just remembered.
That is a 22 to hit a prone target. I lost a 28. That's not about that.
I'm sorry, it's the time it takes to unmute when I hear it's your turn, and the time
Here we
it
go.
takes.
3, 2, 1. Yep. She is going to lean down, and the creature on the ground is going to be hit as she grabs it and descends her mouth onto it. It is save. The Moonchild is now stunned and is in the process of a grapple. And you will start to hear the sound of crunching beneath her mouth as she presses her mouth into the creature's skull. And don't worry about it, the whole immune thing is slow. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, the Moonchild is stunned, so she can't do shit. Calvo is going to take a step between the Contessa and Theron, because Theron shot at her, and say, "You do not want to do this." And he's going to take his mask off, revealing that he too has a slit scar seam running down the center of his face. So he's going to hold his act. Oh, actually, no, he's not. He is going to. Actually, his spells suck. So yes, he's going to hold his action. All right, top of the initiative, Theron.
So, question for you.
Yes.
Theron has all of the stuff in his bag. If I took a long rest, tincture.
Yes.
What would that count as?
That would be, you could do it as an interact if you flip the coin.
Would it be a bonus action if it was normal?
I would allow it as a bonus action because it's the equivalent of taking a potion.
Cool. I'm just gonna save the bonus action.
Okay.
So Theron will pop that, gain back all of his spell points and HP. And he's looking at this extremely dire situation with these two Illithids now. And I am going to... are they surrounding me?
They are not. So they are kind of like right over this creature's body, and Ziel is lying on the floor dying here. Muse is lying to their right, and you are kind of over here by its base. So basically you're about 5-10 feet away.
Would Theron know anything about demiplanes?
Make me an Arcana roll.
Okay. 7. Nope.
They're like planes that are attracted to some other planes, but only once they get to know them.
Oh god. Yeah, that sounds about right. Basically, I'm trying to ask, visualize the room, if Theron would be able to move over towards the orb without getting any attacks of opportunity, or are they in the way of him?
Calvo is in opportunity attack range.
Okay. Guiding bolt at a 3rd level at the orb.
Okay, do you think that would be something that he would be smart enough to do?
The way that the world shook,
Okay.
when Aoden hit it, and he's kind of seen this as a we're fucked situation, he's gonna try and, if this is the way to sacrifice it.
Sounds good. My held action was to attack if you did anything. So.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
So would my guiding bolt go first, or is that your held action? Action economy, how would that work?
The action economy, so I would say, I guess that's a great question. So held actions involve a trigger. So the trigger would be the casting of the spell. So it would be like, I pull this lever if you move to me, but you have to move to me for me to hit the lever. It's kind of bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering, like, would I do all my guiding bolt stuff before he got the attack on me?
So let's do it same time, same place.
Okay. I shit you not, I just crit on.
I want a picture of it. I want a picture of it for posterity.
Yup, that lovely Dork Tails is staring right at me.
I'm gonna spend a drama bomb to. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna send that to the Dirge chat.
And I'm gonna expend
Discord.
I'm gonna expend a smite on you.
All right, sounds good. So then I'm gonna pull up a dice roller because that's 12d6.
How many?
12d6.
You can if you want to.
I do.
Okay. That is going to be.
Okay, dice roller gave me 51 points of radiant damage.
Nice. It had 7 hit points.
Nice.
Okay, so you are going to be struck first of all. So that is going to be. You're going to take this damage as well. It's going to be 24, 30. You are going to take plus a d8.
I'm guessing reactions. Would that be his first attack on me, or is that actually on his turn?
That is his held action.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be.
Reaction comes afterward. Okay.
Yes,
so
but I'm wondering for the quarantine zone, how that works.
That is a great question.
Again, weird action economy kind of stuff.
I mean, he probably still would have hit you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was again, it's kind of curious for like future.
That is great. Write that down. We'll talk about that because
yeah,
that does kind of confuse things in that.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But yes, give me that smite. I mean,
it is technically his first attack against you inside of that round. So
it doesn't really matter. I'm just curious because how that would work.
All right, so that is going to be 41 points of slashing damage and radiant.
Okay.
So that is 10.
Did you say slashing?
So it's 10 points of slashing damage. Which is doubled against you. So that's 20 points of slashing damage, and then 31 points of radiant damage.
All right. Cool. Sounds good.
Are you still up?
Oh yeah, I got 19 left.
Okay.
That long rest potion saved my butt.
Oh, fair. All right. So
I would like to reaction or Malicious outbreak.
Okay, do it.
Con save, please. 15 is your DC.
It cocked, so I rerolled.
It's all good.
14.
All right. You will
Okay.
take 13 points of necrotic damage as well.
Okay, 13 points of necrotic damage. Oh, damn it. Okay. Made me change my math. Okay, so as that happens, there is going to be a fundamental... And the orb is going to crack and shatter. And at that point, I need... Hold on. That is... Where is that table? I need everybody to give me 1 second while I look up a rule that I realize now would be in effect. Where is the PHB? Okay. Okay. That is going to be a side effect of... Okay, everyone do me a favor and roll me... I think it's D100, but let me just... Okay. 1 second. There we go. That, okay, cool. That's what happens. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, we just got a something good happens redeemed.
Nice. You can refund it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, don't refund it. Like, I can make it work. I just have to...
When we're that fucked.
That's a scary sentence.
That was very terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, there is going to be a tremendous crack that is going to echo out through the room, and suddenly the ground is going to shatter like broken glass. And the entire room is going to collapse. And the world is going to collapse on you as you are all dumped into the astral plane.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Oh shit.
I would like everyone to do me a favor, and unless you are holding someone, please, locations in the astral plane. I should probably put 5e after that, or else I'm going to get some weird results.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Oh
7,
no.
so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, everybody roll me a d12. Roll me a d20. Roll me a d20 and tell me, first off, who gets above a 12?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So, if you raise your hand if you got above a 12. Okay. Muse, you and Aodin are shunted into the astral sea.
Okay.
Let me roll for the
dear.
Contessa. Okay. And wow. Okay. All right. If you rolled a 1, Trizelta, you rolled a 1.
Sure did.
Is that actually in the astral realm? hold on 1 second.
You're not on the astral plane, you're in the astral bus.
Well, no, I was looking up the astral realm, and it was like, oh, you're totally in, like, it sent you to one of the 9 hells, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that one's not in the astral plane. What the shit? Hold on. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, hold on. Astral. Okay, I have no idea why it asked for that. I'm gonna grab the DMG real quick and just double check this, and then I will interpret your rolls accordingly. DMG is under. Yay.
You sneak up there.
Okay, astral plane. Astral plane. Okay, there we go. All right, so, Okay, so what I would like then, we are going to do this a slightly different way. Keep your same roll. I would like you to add your intelligence to that roll. Turn that roll into an intelligence saving throw, please.
Be a 5 for me.
Okay, so that is going to be a fail for ZL. Okay, Muse, what'd you get?
18.
18, okay. Theron, what'd you get?
7.
Okay, Sherry, what'd you get?
11.
Okay, that's a fail for you. Aiden, what'd you get?
Yep. You're on mute.
All right, sorry, 18.
It's all good.
Okay. And boom, boom, boom. Okay, Contessa rolled high. Calvo got shunted. Moonchild is stunned, so does not get this roll. Cool. All right, so actually, wait, no, the Contessa failed the first roll. That's what it was. Okay, so Aiden, I would like you to do me a favor, my friend. Roll me a d20 and tell me what you get.
I've got myself a 12.
All right, a giant rift opens in the room, and you all try to grab purchase to something, trying to think of anything you can to kind of anchor yourself. I was looking for a DC 15 on that roll, and I think Aiden's the only one that passed.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm unconscious, to be fair.
You're unconscious.
I got the 18.
Did you get an 18?
Yeah, I got an 18.
Oh, okay, cool. My bad. Okay, then roll me a d20, please.
Okay. 7. Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
Each of you are going to see glimmering sparkles in the distance as you were thrown into the astral sea, buffeting around head over heels. Focusing on that, anything is better than being awash in eternity forever. Looking forward, you focus on that, and the two of you vanish. The rest of you, Sherry, ZL, make me a death save.
That was only 3 this time.
Okay. All right. You are down and down. You are going to hear a horrible crunching sound as floating in the astral reaches, the Contessa crunches through the Moonchild's skull. I'm going to spend my drama bomb to make sure it happens. And is going to deal 59 points of brain damage, which is going to be enough to finish her off.
Question, Kelly.
Yes, I'll get back to you.
Okay.
What was the question?
Oh, I'm just wondering, do I regain any hit points because the Moonchild died and my curse was on it?
You're technically on another plane of existence by the time that happens.
Okay.
But I'll allow it.
Okay.
You suddenly feel better.
Okay. As you turn, floating in the midst of reality, the astral sea buffeting you around, I need the 3 of you that are inside of this realm and are awake Actually, you know what? All of you still make me a saving throw. Pardon me, don't make me a saving throw. Roll me a d20.
The people that failed?
Yep.
Okay.
Psychic
10.
winds explode around you, and you, Theron, feel yourself pushed away, starting to move away dozens and dozens of miles in a single turn. Sherry, what'd you get?
8.
Okay. You find yourself spun and caught up in these psychic winds. Theron, you got a 12, right? You said?
10.
10. Okay, cool. Nice. I'll tell you what happens to you later. And ZL, do me a favor.
Yeah.
What'd you get on your d20?
12.
12. Okay. So you are going to take a... you are going to start to be blown off course, and are going to hear something kind of echo out to you from beyond your perception. And as you are being pushed away by the astral reaches, you are going to hear a crunching noise, a shifting noise, and then a deep-throated laugh as she consumes the Moonchild's mind. And as you're being pushed away by this, you'll hear this laugh. Oh no. And you will watch as the body of the Contessa in the distance begins to contort and writhe as this psychic corruption begins to bubble across her flesh, as her face cracks and elongates, as her bones break and bend, as membranous tissue spreads underneath where her beautiful arms once held against her beautiful body. And in the distance, you will see a creature take shape in the astral reaches. And however, you are blown off course and will probably likely die. But what we do know is ZL, as this creature looms around you. Actually, not ZL. It is going to be... so ZL, the world is going to crack and kind of work around you, and you're going to feel yourself begin to fade away. And make me a death save, please.
15.
15. All right, and give me one final death save.
18.
18. You are going to come to with this immense dragon looming over you, this creature of flesh and brain melded together that it seems to roil and writhe, its body covered in dozens and dozens of hundreds of parasitic leeches. It looks down at you with this soft look, and you hear a psychic pulse in your mind say, "Brother." And it draws a claw across its arm, well, its wing, and begins to bleed a very familiar white substance into your mouth. You are going to heal, but you will probably never be the same. Meanwhile, as the rest of you hurtle through the void into parts unknown, two of you find yourself plunging through astral pools. Muse, the world spins head over heels, and you find yourself touching down in a strange place. A creature looms over you. What languages do you speak? What languages do you speak? I'm curious.
She speaks Common and Abyssal.
Okay. You are going to hear a strange language that sounds... Well, you don't recognize it specifically, but... This creature stands over you. It's a robe-wearing jackal holding dozens of scrolls in its hand. It looks down at you. Excuse me. Are you alive?
I think so.
Behind this creature, you see a volcano erupt fire into the sky. Clouds of doom billow everywhere. Strange. I wonder what you did to end up here.
Where's here?
Oh, my love, you're in Gehenna.
Arcana?
Yeah, you may make an Arcana roll.
Okay.
You are going to see earthbergs, volcanic earthbergs floating through the air above you like rocks of unobtainium from Avatar, crashing into each other, exploding lava everywhere.
I got a 15 on my Arcana.
Yeah, it's one of the layers of hell.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, pardon me. It is not in this. My bad. It is the plane. Actually, isn't it? Hold on. Limbo, the Pandemonium, the Abyss, Hades. Gehenna is the plane of suspicion and greed. It is the birthplace of the Yugoloths. And it is... Yeah. It is the plane of greed. Wow.
Oh.
What a lovely kitty. I think I'll keep you as a pet. And it smiles. Meanwhile... Sorry, that's where you get...
That's brutal.
Meanwhile, you slam into the ground hard, Aiden. You roll a few times in the dirt, and as you do, you are going to hear... Are you all right? A creature stands over you. Humanoid, but taller than you, its skin cast out of molten bronze. It looks down at you and drops to a knee. What is your name, my friend?
My name is, Aoden.
Atania.
Who are you, and where is this place?
Fear not. You are just on the edge of the Silver Sea. He touches your shoulder and all of your wounds heal. Is your alignment good?
Yes.
Okay.
I am neutral good.
Neutral good.
Yep,
All
I'm
right,
neutral
you are
good.
going to be flooded with positive energy. And he will smile at you. Good. Then welcome. You are at the base of Mount Celestia.
Pardon this ignorant fool. What's Mount Celestia?
You are at the center of celestial grace and endless mercy.
Oh.
I believe you mortals consider this a form of heaven. But there's a bit more to it than that. You look to be an adept warrior. Come.
Like to think so?
I believe we may have use of you.
Yes, do you know anything about possessing spirits at all?
I might. He smiles with you, pats you on the back hard, and for once, as you walk toward this beautiful mountain on the edge of seven heavenly layers around you, these mountains rising higher than any mountains you've ever seen in your life, you are finally the shortest one in your party.
This is how Sherry felt.
And folks, Theron, are you going to eventually... You know what? I'm going to find something out real quick. I don't want to just leave you in the middle of limbo. I want to know if you die or not. So I want both of you to make me I want both of you to roll me a D20, please.
Who, me?
You and Theron. Because you were both
Okay.
blown off course.
I rolled a natural 20.
sailing the seas of cheese.
Okay.
14.
14. Boop, 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 boop. And... where is my astral realm chart? Okay. Okay. 14. That was first off to see whether or not you die. Sorry, 1 second, folks. God damn, there's a lot of pages in this book. I know all books have a lot of pages, but... okay, Psychic Wind. Okay. Nat 20. Okay, so I need you to do me a favor. So, Theron, you are actually going to be sent through a pool.
Oh, cool.
So I need you to roll me a d20. Sherry, you, however, are lost to time.
Okay.
This is probably
Sailing.
suiting for a chronergy mage. For
Yeah.
as you float, I need you to do me a favor and roll me one final roll for you, Sherry. It's going to be a D100.
Okay. Uh, 9.
Cool. 9 total?
9 total.
There is a chance that you manage to make it out of here before the Contessa finds you.
Okay.
Regardless, should you ever make it back to the material realm, you should be aware that more than 90 years have passed since you left. Well,
Does my eye grow back?
actually, pardon me, that's not the way this works. I'm doing it backwards. Your eye will not grow back. You are blind in the void for 90 years. That takes 1 minute back on the material plane. My bad, I got the astral realm reversed in my head.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? If you're gonna be stuck there for 90 years, she's gonna find you.
Yeah, probably.
So I need to ask you, Sherry,
Okay.
when you are offered a place serving the new queen of parasites and symbiotes, yes or no?
We'll talk.
No,
No?
you'll decide. Or she eats
Okay. Sure, why not?
you.
Can always die
Yay!
again. I can always die again.
Well, if you agree to her proposal when she finally finds you, there will be a horrible sensation. Your eye will grow back. And
Does it do anything cool?
Yes.
Great.
You're not a halfling anymore, though.
You know, that's... I mean, parasites. That's kind of what happened.
In fact, you are absolutely a demon. As your body is reformed around this new being. Meanwhile, you are hurled through a pool, Theron, and as you are, let me just find out where you went. You got dumped into... oh, crap. Let me just find this, because it's not going to be fun for anybody but me. Oh my god. You are going to tumble and tremble and fall through the universe. And when you hit the ground, it is going to be... well... it is going to be a corrosive, destroyed, mad world that collapses and reforms all around you. Everything crumbles, corrodes, or dissolves around you as you land. And a moment later, there will be a sudden surge and swell of energy behind you. As you gather your bearings, You can make me an Arcana roll to figure out if you can know where you are.
Sure, I'd love to do that.
The ground and world around you spirals endlessly into more appalling forms.
That's a 4.
That's a 4?
Yeah.
You have no idea where you are.
No.
But as you wander around, you find yourself slowly... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Give me a d6.
A D6, okay. Do. Yeah, as Hayden says. 4.
You find yourself stumbling through a maze, never ending. It's a confusing jumble of crooked hallways, chambers, a palace in the center surrounded by mile-high moats concealing who knows what, hidden tunnels, passages. But on top of it, you see a creature sitting and judging all from a throne made of molten bone. Would you like to see a photo of this creature?
Yes, of course. Like, that's even a question, Kelly.
I will describe it for the audience as well if you're not able to see the screen. I just need to find where the damn book is, because there are so many books. This one. Above all, a creature looks down at you. It is immense and intense. It is... Come on, give me the page, give me the page. Give me the damn... Wait, is it in Volos? It's in fucking Volos, isn't it? God damn. Sorry. Is it in Volos?
When you have too many books open, and it's not in any of them.
It's in one of these, dang it.
What
There
are
we go.
these damn books?
It should... You know what? I just didn't go far enough. You see a horrible creature that looks like it is... Looks as if it is a beast. A huge set of antlers spiral out of its face. This creature looks like a minotaur. Its body hairy, patchy, and covered in dirt and grime. And as it looks down at you, this creature that is absolutely huge glances down at you and smiles. And there is no mistaking Baphomet, the king of beasts, as you find yourself in his lair of the abyss. Welcome to hell. Well, the abyss, same difference.
Same.
And folks, I think that is where I'm going to call Dirge for Exalar tonight, with 2 of you in a hell, 1 of you in heaven, 1 of you a demon, and 1 of you a demon, probably. Probably, I think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Demon,
figure.
demon, hell, heaven.
What do you think? Do you think Ziel? Is Ziel still around, or is it?
I don't know. We never figured it out.
Or is it Luthias?
Ooh, right.
Or is that something that needs to be
Ooh, is
determined
it?
in an epilogue?
Ooh, epilogue.
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 All right, so folks, you got the gooder ending.
That was the gooder
Yay?
ending? Damn.
So
Yeah, I
there-
figured it was.
So that was the okay. That was the ending where I was looking at this and I was like, oh shit, player agency. I need to actually have an ending where you guys can do something. Because it was this position where it's like, oh no, all of the cards have aligned in this place where it's like it's a really awful situation. And I was like, oh, okay, crap, okay, do that. Always give your player something to do. But no, you technically, she still is a new demon queen. With the power of both together. If you actually had fought her alternate form was going to be that she does have that as an alternate form. The Contessa does the Mind Flayer or Brain Stealer Worm, which was definitely inspired by the Lady Dimitrescu fight. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not aware of what this thing can do, I'm just going to very quickly tell you before we call it, and that is, it's going to be worth it for you, I guarantee. If I can find the damn thing. Here we go. The Elder Brain Dragon. For one, it has multi-attack, of course. It's got a bunch of breath weapons. However, its breath weapon, Tadpole Brine Breath. The dragon exhales a brine in a 120-foot line that is 15 feet wide. Each creature in the area must make a DC 22 con save, taking 10d10 psychic on a fail, or half as much on a success. On a success or failure, if you aren't a construct or undead, you become infested with illithid tadpoles. When infested, basically you become an illithid.
Oh.
If this breathes on you, you become an illithid. Unless you manage to get this thing out, and you probably will not. Yeah, this thing is great. So, she's an amazing bad girl. Yeah, no, don't worry, she's gonna come back. So, a couple of things about this, just so you get a sense of things. Blah, blah, blah. So she was that, and there was a question I was about to answer with this, which was, she is trouble. Ha ha ha, and makes it dumb. I like her. She was nice to you. And then you
Mostly.
You blasted her. Oh, where did
I
Corvo...
didn't.
I took the deal.
Where did Calvo end up? Blast to the depths, blast to the depths, and blasted to the oh, finally, after 4 rolls, he managed to get out of there after floating for probably 100 years. I just want to check where he goes, and then we're going to call this. He got shunted off to 9? What's 9?
9.
I don't think it's that cool.
I don't
No,
think
probably not.
it's that cool. We're going to find out.
Probably not even German cool. I don't know.
Also, thank you so much, everyone, for all the raids. We were
Yeah.
right near the
Yeah.
end and the climax of our
I
fight,
know.
so we didn't really say much, but we
Yeah.
saw
Do we
have a bunch
you.
right in
Love
right now?
you.
We saw
We
y'all.
had a bunch of raids.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much. So with a 9, he ended up. He's an Acheron. If which
Ohio?
is yeah, not Akron.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where he is now. Acheron is not a place you want to be, or Acheron, if you want to pronounce it weird.
Okay.
Acheron is basically the river Styx, if I'm not mistaken.
That doesn't sound
yeah.
pleasant.
It is
Oh, so-
not. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to executive call this because I had to make enough rolls to get him to that. I'm pretty sure that he ended up being picked up by Githyanki raiders and became a slave to the Gith.
Nice.
Pretty sure he's a Gith slave, which was going to be something else you would have happened. So did you guys have fun with that?
Yes.
That was great.
Great.
Yes.
I mean, Muse ended up as someone's pet in hell, which is
It
awful.
You're in
She
your literal
started,
hell.
kinda.
Her literal hell.
Yep.
Which I'm sure she'll get out of that.
This
I
was a lot
birthed
of
a
fun.
demon. I died. Became a demon.
I mean, I can throw
Everything came full circle.
one last thing in here, but I'll save it.
Save it for the epilogue.
I'll save it for the epilogue if we ever do that. I will say
Well,
though
it could
that
be an epilogue podcast. We could do it for
Yay.
yeah, that's
Patreon.
true. We'll do it in the podcast. So, folks, if you want to hear what happens after the story, be sure to join patreon.com/dorktales. Anybody who pledges the $5 up tier gets to hear the exclusive podcast that's going to drop for this, and you get to find out some more things about what happened. We'll talk through it, and I know there are going to be some great things there. So head over to patreon.com/dorktales. This game was inspired by Soul Omen, who was a divine producer for quite a while. Thank you very much, Soul. And is now a demonic producer. Thank you so much, Soul. I also want to thank my other producers, DM Michael Gray, who's in the chat right now. Thank you very much, Mike, for being my only divine producer right now. I also want to thank my other demonic producer, Precarious. Breck, I hope you're feeling better, man. I know you're going through... you actually caught COVID recently, so let's hope he feels better.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Everybody send him love. I also want to thank my Princess of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Trezelta, hey Trez, Ylos, and Cubby Gummy, who's my new Prince of the Patreon. Thank you so much, Cubby. Any last words before we bail? What happened to the moon? She ate it.
Hit the moon.
She ate
Yeah.
the moon. I will explain my logic during the podcast, so you'll hear it. Don't worry. Does anybody have anything else they want to say? Go around in a circle, say who you are, where you've been, and where we can find you next. James.
Hello, I'm James. You can find me here. That's pretty much what I do. And I also go over to Precarious's channel and game over there reasonably often.
Nice.
So that's where you can find me. Yeah.
Nice. All right, Kel.
I'm Cal from up the road, and I was Sherry here, and I don't have any plans next, so wait and see what comes down the road from Kelly. So
Don't worry, we got some stuff. Kat.
Yay!
Hey everyone, I'm Katrina, and I played Muse in this game. And you can find me on Twitch at Captain Starbun, which I will be starting to stream again once the 02 rig is built, hopefully this weekend. Otherwise, you can find me in Shards of Nirn on Wednesday nights here on Dork Tales.
Nice. Robin.
Hello, everyone. I am Robin, or Second Gen Gamer in the chat. I played Theron / Thorena, who, if Theron sleep probably have woken up a different person several times after that traumatic thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much, Kelly, for running this. This was awesome, and I love the horror aspect. I loved the several moments of jaw dropping just from your descriptions. It was a fantastic time.
My favorite was I was driving Christine home from work the other day when I was like, oh, Kel's got the eye thing. I started describing it. I'm like, well, what do you think about an eyeball, but like fingers come out from either side of the eye socket and like pull, and it's actually not her eye, and it never has been, but it's like a creature, and like her jaw kind of went. And I'm like, I got it, that one.
I mean, did you see the expressions on our faces during
was
this?
Yeah.
For like
I was picturing
5
that coming
minutes.
out of my head.
Yeah, there was one point where I just was sitting here jaw dropped.
Yeah.
For 5 solid minutes. Just
Yep, same. I was just like, oh my god, this is horrific. I love it. Thank you.
like you stunned the characters in game. No, you stunned your players, and we weren't able to do anything on our turns.
Yeah.
Oh, psychic damage.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Yeah, I
cutting you off
literally
there, Robin.
took psychic
That was
damage.
good. I just want to say thank you. That was
You're
awesome.
very welcome. And finally,
Holy
Traz, how was your first game on the channel, man?
Loved it. Thank you so much for inviting me to play.
Absolutely. Don't worry, you'll be back. There's already talk in the works. I'll tell you soon. Meh. There's another special project which, if we hit 75 patrons, we'll let you know about. That's right, new projects all the time here on Dork Tales because I can't help myself. Folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in and for giving Dirge for Exalar a shot. Be sure to tune in on Thursday for episode 0 of Call of the Netherdeep at 6 p.m. It's only going 6 to 7. Then we're going to raid Critical Role on their 7th anniversary. I guarantee you're going to like my costume for that episode. So Call of the Netherdeep is taking this slot on Tuesday night starting next week. We were going to do a buffer, but I think one of us got sick. And it's going to be fantastic. So I hope you join us for that. We love you very much. And don't trust any women that are partially squid.
I mean,
It's probably not a great idea.
I probably will anyways.
You probably will. You can still date her.
I don't trust her. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Do you know what a squid girl? Never mind. Heyo, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Oh my